ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Finding good help is hard, but now you can hire with a higher purpose. If you own a business and employ workers in recovery, you can get a $2,000 tax credit. Employment gives people recovering from substance use or other addictions hope and confidence, and gives you a hard-working, loyal employee. Hire with a higher purpose. Learn about the recovery-friendly workplace tax credit at oasas.ny.gov. That's oasas.ny.gov. Here for you every step of the way.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
And good morning to those looking for the live stream on YouTube Live. We had a software internet issue this morning, so we're up and running now, but it has not been. So
they call that a snafu, Bill.
How about a good snafu? Yeah. How about there was a tornado touchdown over the weekend in upstate New York? I did not realize this, but it caused some damage. It was what are they with tornadoes? They're not category. They're F, right?
Right.
This was like an F1 tornado that hit, according down in the Binghamton region.
This wasn't one of those, what do they call it, a water spout, where it does a twister over a lake or something?
You have to look up, maybe it's not in the Binghamton area, but it was in Walton, New York. Where is Walton? Okay, it is about 50 miles east of Binghamton. It's located in Delaware County. Trees that were uprooted and fell in a pattern. Metal sheeting ripped off a roof at an auto shop on Route 10 down there. Other damage in the town included lawn furniture and part of a deck railing blown northwest, while trees were blown down facing southwest. No injuries were reported. Tornadoes are not as common in New York, of course, but I also feel like I don't recall seeing tornadoes in late September. Usually it's that hot, humid day, thunderstorm comes through, temperature goes down quickly, and that triggers a tornado. Anyway, more than 80% of twisters in the Empire State are EF, so it'd be EF, not just F.
Yes.
EF 0 or EF 1 on a scale that goes up to EF 5, which includes winds of 261 miles an hour to 312 miles an hour. So the winds on a strong tornado are usually actually higher than what you get in a hurricane. It's just in a hurricane, it's sustained winds. I guess I'm speaking the obvious here, right?
And I guess they're circular, too. So EF, boy, do I smell a trivia question. Enhanced fajita, or fujita, or as they say, enchilada fajita. No, it's enhanced fujita, I believe, is the scale, the EF. That's what that stands for.
A bunch of other stuff worth getting into here this morning. Is some nervousness when it comes to restaurants who use Cisco for their distribution. Cisco Foods, right? A lot of times, restaurants
Isn't
much
the hospital?
rely.
The hospitals?
Hospitals, most of the hospitals rely on Cisco.
Nursing homes, probably?
Yep. And many restaurants, probably more than half of the restaurants that you go to, will be supplied by Cisco one way or another.
Yes, to some degree.
Yeah. In some cases, they have full appetizers, unique, all different things that restaurants can add. You want to open up a barbecue joint? They have a template for you. That's kind of what Cisco can do. They're on strike right now. They're drivers. They're warehouse people. Cisco has a distribution center in Syracuse and one in Albany, and they are currently on strike, which means they won't be able to deliver items as usual during the strike. They have set up what they're describing a will call pickup option for customers at the distribution center in Syracuse, which is now operating 24 hours a day. But your normal deliveries, they started striking on Tuesday night, By Wednesday, there were restaurants complaining that deliveries didn't make it in.
And I need to correct something. Thank you, by the way, and good morning to Andrew, who's listening. When I mentioned the hospital, he said, I think you mean Sodexo. You're talking about Cisco, but I think I was confusing. I think Sodexo is the main supplier for the hospital.
Sodexo, are they the supplier or are they the company that operates the rest of the food? I believe that Cisco certainly does distribute to hospitals and nursing homes in the area. Whether it's ours, Sodexo, I think, is the company that they work for, that the cooks and all the people that do the work. I could be dead wrong.
You could be right. You could be right.
Anyway, either way, it is causing a problem for those who use Cisco because there doesn't, and the union the Teamsters Union is claiming, be on the lookout because this could spread. There are other places around the country and around the state that are dealing with labor issues. It could be a situation. So keep an eye on that.
I'll preemptively blame COVID, but now the situation has gone from we can't get the food or we can't get the supply to we've got it, but the drivers won't drive it.
Correct. This is not a worldwide supply issue because of COVID. This is a disgruntled situation where they say that they're not being treated fairly as employees, as laborers. Speaking of employees, a disgruntled employee drove a van through a New Hartford a nail salon.
Did you see this?
What happened here?
Look, we've seen stories before where somebody might hit a coffee shop or some type of a business of any kind, really, because they had they slammed down the gas instead of hitting the brake.
Do you find people who are having some issues, maybe older, maybe gas versus brake? This was not that.
No, this was allegedly intentional, and the police say when they arrived, the gentleman had his minivan driving around inside the spa to cause more damage.
Oh, my God.
And they say that it's some type of, they referred to it as domestic in regard to the reason that he was upset. And I believe he's like mid-50s, and he's, one of the things I found interesting, too, he was actually held on bail. Most cases you're not.
He was.
I saw the story, he was held on bail.
Well, listen, I'm just going to say that once we get into our mid-50s, and I don't know if Christine's much younger, I just
I'm not.
I just have to say that you've had 5 decades of frustration mounting up, and sometimes it can be that one little thing that is the straw, which just kind of bends. It may not break the camel's back, but it bends it enough to be like, I have had enough.
Everybody's got a line.
I think people go one of two ways. I think they either go that route where they're snapping, or they just say, I'm just not putting up with it anymore.
Yeah, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Right.
Andrew says...
Also, he was charged with DWI, I wanted to mention there in that case. He's alleged to have been under the influence and intentionally been in there hitting the storefront and driving it around to cause damage.
Andrew also says that could mean no tenders at the Comets games. You're absolutely right. That's exactly, Andrew, what that could mean. There are some things that I miss. What was the where Dunkin' Donuts is in New Hartford? What was the restaurant there?
Dunkin' in New Hartford.
It was the seafood place. It was, what was that called, Davey? Do you remember?
The Hook.
The Hook, Line, and Sinker. Yeah. Thank you. And that's gone. Mm-hmm. Zeb's is gone. Kirby's, owned by Dick Zeb, is gone. Think of all those restaurants that have kind of disappeared. The second to last Zeb's has now closed. Dick Zeb, there were 2 left. One in, I believe it would be in Syracuse, and the other was in Fayetteville on Genesee Street. And Zeb's will close on October 9th, according to Dick Zeb. It'll leave the Kirby's Grill in the Westvale Plaza as the only Zeb's, or the only Kirby's remaining.
Do you remember when? I
think there might be a couple of Zeb's too. There might be a Zeb's out near the airport in Syracuse.
Good food, right?
Yeah, I mean it's your bar and grill, and Kirby's was a little was a little higher up, right? So Kirby's, you'd get
Yes.
steak and that sort of thing.
I just wanted to establish that before I say I remember Zeb's distinctly for the pink neon, the yellow color. They looked like the Florida Marlins with that bizarre color scheme,
Yeah.
right? They had like that almost that what is that, like the turquoise color and then the pink.
Neon, yeah. And then of course the burger fixins. You'd have all the different things you could put on your burger. Obviously, the building is still there, but there's nobody in right now. So
You forgot the chocolate chip cookies.
those chocolate chip cookies were
Delicious.
the best. People would wait for them to be baked in the morning to pick them up. I miss those cookies so much. They were so good. What else did I want to get to? The gun laws. A lot of people obviously have been up in arms on the new gun laws and restrictions in New York State. Right now, a federal judge in Syracuse is looking at the constitutionality of several parts of New York's recent and heard arguments yesterday over whether to block its enforcement. And the headline that's come out of this is that this federal judge is skeptical of the current new laws that have been put into place in New York State. You could see these being overturned by this federal judge in Syracuse.
Yeah, the Republicans were saying there were many parts of it that were unconstitutional. I know the sheriff said there were parts of it that were very difficult to enforce. We'll see. Is it a situation where he's allowed to take pieces out, or it's all or nothing? This bill needs to be rewritten, I wonder.
I don't know, but it does say that he is skeptical when it comes to several elements of the new gun laws. So it will be interesting to see what comes out of it. I think Sheriff Mashal was recently talking about this, about how even he feels that at least some or much of the new gun laws, while people are just completely confused, they don't know what it means. The feeling is that it might be unconstitutional. We have news coming up top of the hour, much to get to here for a Friday morning. Little Falls Mayor Mark Blask, they have a big weekend coming up. We'll speak with him in a few minutes. Next hour's free money question of the day from Hobica. I got a goodie for this Friday morning coming up here.
Hello from Old Forge, your Adirondack backyard. The leaves are changing and fall events are happening. Macaulay Mountain Scenic Chairlift is leaf peeping central with views all the way to Lake Placid. The Adirondack Mountain Bike Festival returns to Macaulay October 1st and 2nd. Guided rides on 30 miles of trails from oh boy to uh-oh. Races, clinics, raffles, food, and live music. Come to Macaulay Mountain for fall fun. Details at oldforgeny.com.
Montessori Preschool at Notre Dame Elementary School was voted #1 in the Observer Dispatch's Best of the Best. Enrollment for this year is still open, so apply now to reserve a place for your child. Montessori at Notre Dame Elementary School is for children 3 to 5 years old and follows the educational principles of Maria Montessori. Our teachers and assistants work one-on-one and in small group instruction to help children develop their potential in an engaging environment, inspiring creativity, better self-discipline, and self-correction and assessment. At Montessori at Notre Dame Elementary School, language, art, science, math, and geography are all part of the curriculum. In Montessori classrooms, children make creative choices in their learning, while the classroom teachers offer age-appropriate activities to guide the process and help children become lifelong learners. Enrollment is still open, so apply now. For more information, call 315-724-5118, extension 35, or visit NotreDameUtica.org. That's NotreDameUtica.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
WIBX 950, Utica, Rome.
Here comes Hurricane Ian. Again. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. This time it's barreling towards South Carolina.
Don't go in the water today. Don't go to the beach. Don't get in the ocean. We saw some really horrifying videos in Florida of people doing that. I'm asking people to stay home, stay safe. and make sure that they stay off the roads.
Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace from South Carolina, where Ian could hit around lunchtime. It's regained strength as a Category 1 storm with 85-mile-an-hour winds after devastating Florida as a Cat 4.
Large vessels pushed up from the bay here and just debris everywhere. A chair, there are trees, people's belongings, unfortunately. Just tremendous amounts of flooding much of downtown. That water has receded at this point, thankfully, but no power and no running water here this morning.
Fox Weather's Robert Ray in Fort Myers. Rescue crews still trying to get some areas hardest hit with roads and bridges out in Lee County.
They're clearing the roads of debris so the crews can get out. And so that the teams are going from literally from structure to structure.
State Fire Marshal Jimmy Petronas tells Fox they rescued hundreds of people.
But families are being reunited. But please understand, as communications are so challenged, it's just hard for loved ones to touch base with loved ones.
At least 10 people are reported dead, but there may be more bodies in the destruction. President Biden says this could be the deadliest hurricane to hit Florida. More than 2 million homes and businesses remain out of power. There's been a Russian onslaught today in Ukraine with bombings and missile and drone strikes. One of them killed 25 people. This as Russia gets ready to sign treaties with pro-Moscow officials today in 4 regions of Ukraine that Russia is annexing, taking over after taking control of them during the invasion. President Biden says
the United States will never recognize Russia's claims on Ukraine's sovereign territory.
America's listening to Fox News.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Federal Reserve recent announcements is putting the country on course for a deep recession. That means wild swings in the markets and high inflation will continue to put your retirement savings at risk. Protect the money you worked so hard to save for retirement by investing in gold. Let Bishop Gold Group show you how tangible gold investments can help secure your future. Dial pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
Good morning, WIBX. First news with Keeler in the morning news time is 7:03. 36 degrees, fair skies. We'll have your full forecast coming up in just 2 minutes. Your news is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit them today at clintontractor.net. An Oneida County man faces multiple charges following a traffic stop. Police say they stopped 29-year-old Howard Smith of Rome yesterday. They say when they stopped him, they allegedly found cocaine and a stolen gun in the car. Smith is now facing multiple charges, including driving with a suspended license. A Central New York woman released from the hospital and then immediately arrested following the accident that put her in the hospital in the first place. Police say 38-year-old Heather J. Wills of Syracuse allegedly caused a September 12th crash in Van Buren that resulted in the hospitalization of 2 others, including a 15-year-old. Those victims are being offered counseling services. A third car was involved in the crash, but that driver was not injured. The Utica Zoo is reopening. They passed their latest inspection from the USDA. You can read that full story on WIBX950.com. Herkimer County Community College will hold an open house on Saturday, October 22nd from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Those who are interested in attending the school are invited to attend. Registration is recommended. However, walk-ins are welcome. State police arresting a now former Solvay Bank employee whom they say took thousands of dollars from a customer's accounts. According to troopers, 35-year-old Anthony Walker stole $14,000 from the customer during 16 transactions made between April and June. The customer reported the missing funds to police earlier this month. Walker was fired from the bank in July from alleged multiple employee policy violations and is now facing several charges. Your WIBX Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit them today at clintontractor.net. We're starting off the day with some patchy frost. Mostly sunny today with a high near 63 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 45. More clouds on Saturday with a high near 63. Mostly cloudy Saturday night with a low around 45. Sunday, mostly sunny, the high near 63. Sunday night, areas of frost, partly cloudy skies with a low around 35 degrees. And we'll start off the day on Monday, cold but sunny, the high near 61 degrees. Right now, 36 degrees. Your temperature brought to you by Cliff's Local Market. They keep you going. WIBX 950 AM and 106.9 FM news time is 7:05. Here's Jeff Manaski with sports.
All right, thank you, Christine. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdowns last night, helping the Bengals to a 27-15 win over the Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. You heard it right here on WIBX. Scary moments, though, in the game. For the second straight game, it appears Tua Tagovailoa may have suffered a head injury. Certainly he did last night. He was out. They took his mask off. He had to be carted off the field. One of the ugliest concussion situations I think any of us have ever seen in football.
Taken to the hospital, too.
Taken to the hospital, absolutely. The Dolphins have tweeted that Tagovailoa was conscious and had movement in all of his extremities at the hospital. More football coming up this weekend. The 2-1 Bills in Baltimore for a 1 o'clock kickoff Sunday. The Giants 2-1 as well. They play host to the Bears. That's also Sunday at 1. And the Jets looking for their second win of the season. They have quarterback Zach Wilson starting under center. They take on the Steelers Sunday. The NFL not moving Sunday night's game in Tampa. The league announcing the Buccaneers and Chiefs will play at Raymond James as originally scheduled. We'll have that game for you right here on WIBX. Brought to you by Tri-County Heating and Air Conditioning. To baseball. With just 6 games left in the season, a huge series this weekend between the Braves and Mets. The Mets up 1 game in the division race. Atlanta slated to throw left-hander Max Fried on the mound tonight. He'll be opposed by Mets ace Jacob deGrom. After slugging 61, Aaron Judge and the Yankees back in the Bronx tonight for the start of a 3-game series against Baltimore. Judge needs 1 more home run to break the American League single-season record. Domingo Germán expected to start tonight for the Yankees. Let me dip back into football. I skipped college. Syracuse looking for its 5th straight win. They have homecoming against Wagner tomorrow at 5 p.m. Utica has homecoming. They'll host Hartwick, a 1 p.m. kickoff at Gaetano Stadium. Colgate is hosting Cornell. Thank you, Smitty. For some reason, I didn't write that down. Preseason hockey, the Devils beat the Rangers 5-2 last night. NASCAR in Talladega at the Super Speedway for the Yellowwood 500.
What did you say? There are 6 or 7 more weekends?
6 more races left.
6 more left. Okay. All right. There you go. Okay. So coming up, we'll speak with the mayor of Little Falls, Mark Blask, coming up in just a second. Also this morning, in studio, Rich Francesi is a hilarious comedian headlining this weekend at Fat Cats Comedy Club with a show tonight at 7:30, tomorrow 7 and 9:15. So you have 3 shows through the weekend. Go to fatcatscomedyclub.com. He'll fit right in. He's Italian.
Is it like the chicken dinner that they have there? Like some people call him Francesi, some people call him Franchese, some call him Franchesi.
Yeah.
We'll find out, I guess.
It depends. There are a lot of different pronunciations of the Italian language, right, Christine? Being Italian.
Definitely.
Yeah, many. Okay, we'll speak with Rich in a few minutes. Get him in here. Mayor Blask coming up, and Andrew Cuomo is back in the news. Are you following any of this? He's put out an address. He now is launching a podcast and a PAC. He is not done. Here's a little audio of the former governor.
After working 24/7 in public service for many years, I've recently spent time engaging in something called life. I had a lot to make up for. I've spent a lot of time with my 3 daughters, my mother who was in her golden years, my friends, sisters, and my brother. I even had time to do the things I like to do. I spent a lot of time in nature, hiking on the water.
The first thing I'm thinking about when he says he's thinking about the things he likes to do, awkwardly grab a woman, awkwardly kiss someone who doesn't want to be kissed.
He spent 20 years in government. He skipped the part about moonlighting as a creep.
Yeah.
He's going to make it through all of this just fine.
He is making it through. I mean, the fact that he's right here, although I will say he only has 9,000 views on his video. But just you got to hear what else he's working
A lot of time in nature, hiking on the water. I like to work with mechanical things. So I've been working on restoring cars, a boat, and an old Harley-Davidson motorcycle that I will get to run even if it kills me.
By the way, one of the women who I guess you'd call the whistleblower, her attorney came out and said, I think it'd be better if he just stays, what's the quote here? I think it would be better if he just stayed working on his motorcycle and stayed out of the public eye. But that is not in his DNA. And his brother made a comeback too, right?
Yeah, so two things on that. One, Chris is making a comeback on News Nation. I will say this, though. I think while what he did was wrong.
What did he do again? Was it that?
Well, he was advising him. He was
right. I find that
do this and we'll react this way if you handle it like this. Things like that.
And that's wrong.
It's wrong, but I can understand.
But it's his brother, right? It's his brother, and would you protect your child? Would you protect your sibling? And Christine.
But the other thing that he got in trouble for allegedly was his alleged relationship with somebody else on the show. That's why.
Was it also sexual? Okay.
Yeah, and I think that was the bigger issue because I think we can all agree.
I don't know.
Any one of us would have done probably the same thing.
For your brother, right. You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Something happens to one of my sisters, you can bet that I'm going to try to help them.
But I kind of have a feeling that Andrew, if the roles were reversed, I feel like Andrew would have been like, sorry, I can't cross the line.
Right.
You're on your own, brother. Maybe I'm wrong, but his brother was certainly loyal to him there. No matter what it was, Chris Cuomo has made his comeback on News Nation, and Andrew is trying to make his in politics. And I do wonder for Democrats, the polling isn't necessarily that bad for Andrew Cuomo right now. And that's
you think he'd come back
scary.
in New York or he'd go national?
I don't think he could go national. I think
that's interesting.
I think it would be New York. We'll see what the mayor of Little Falls has to think. Mark
Well,
Blask
he'd have to wait 4 more years, though.
Yes, yeah.
So it's a slow comeback.
But
trail.
he's making his move by swaying politics with his PAC and with his very compelling podcast.
So he's down 9-0 in the fourth, and he's like, "Well, bloop and a blast. Let's
It ain't
get back
over.
in the game.
It ain't over till it's over. There's got to be someone out there singing. The big lady. 7:13. Mark Blask in Little Falls. The mayor. We'll speak with him next. And then comedian in studio on WIBX.
The world's largest box lacrosse tournament, the Laxni, is coming to Utica's Adirondack Bank Center September 29th through October 2nd. Cheer on 28 adult teams made up of some of the best box lacrosse players in the world, both pro and current NCAA players. Come support the Utica Yeti, your hometown team. Day and weekend passes are available at the door. $40 for all weekend passes and $15 for the day. The Laxni is coming to the Adirondack Bank Center. Don't miss it.
Let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
New tires for the car? Here's my card.
I order takeout, use my card. And most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
What are you going to do?
Get a low fixed-rate credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream from $5,000 to $100,000 and pay off those credit card balances. Apply online, and you could get your money as soon as the day you apply. The average credit card company charges over 19% APR. But with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 5.73% APR with autopay and excellent credit.
Now I can pay off my high-interest credit cards and save money with a much lower rate.
Apply today at lightstream.com/radio and get an additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/radio. Lightstream.com/radio.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 5.73% APR to 19.99% APR and includes 0.5% autopay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/radio for more information.
I'm William Mattar. Big truck crashes often result in serious injuries or death. After a big truck crash, call William Mattar, the largest motor vehicle accident firm in the state. After a serious truck crash, call us right away so our immediate response team can preserve evidence while you focus on your family. Truck crash? Call William Mattar, 315-444-4444, South State Street, Syracuse.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
We're talking, trying to picture Andrew Cuomo just with grease on his hands, fixing that Harley Davidson. I'm going to get that to go. And Andrew Cuomo, the things he enjoys, like nature. I think his version of enjoying nature is watching the National Geographic Channel. That's about it. Look at the cute little monkeys. I don't know that I see him out hiking or on the water. When he says on the water, I don't see him in a canoe with a fishing pole. I see him with a captain's hat on, on a yacht trying to sail across the Hudson. I don't know.
For that image.
What,
he helped procure that image of himself.
He did. He'd like to bring the other legislators on both sides of the aisle. He'd bring them up into the North Country, and they'd go fishing. Somebody someone's putting the worm on the hook for Andrew Cuomo. Don't you think?
It's Captain Cuomo.
Captain Cuomo. Okay. Let me go to Little Falls. The mayor, Mayor Blask. Good morning, Mayor. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill, Christine, and Jeff. Hello.
Good morning.
I saw the mayor last night. We were having dinner at the Irish Cultural Center, and I have to say, that place was packed last night, and they're doing the food was really, really Irish and good.
Well, there's no question the food is phenomenal, but are they open like every night to go in for dinner, or is it just like special events?
No, they're open.
Yeah?
I don't know which nights they're open. I think
Every time.
I think Tuesday through Sunday, maybe.
I didn't
That
realize.
place is gorgeous. I can't believe how pretty that bar and restaurant is. That was the first time that I had been there. It was nice also running into Mayor Jackie, though not to throw her out there, but
it was a very the two mayors talking. Think of the business that was conducted last night between the very western part of the area to the very eastern part of our region.
I was talking about wanting to fix up my motorcycle and bring it up on a boat and maybe get out in nature.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, look at this cute little flower. I think it's poison ivy.
Things don't even go together.
I
A
know.
motorcycle in the woods with a boat. I mean,
I
let's do some solid grouping here anyway. I mean, come on.
You remember the time Andrew Cuomo was working on the carburetor of his Harley Davidson. He got his cufflinks caught in the edge of the motor. It was terrible.
Just like our forefathers, exactly.
That's right. Yes. Oh my Lord.
He thinks he's Punisher now with the motorcycle.
I guess.
Get him a cutoff jacket.
I guess. All right, Mayor.
The Cheese Festival tomorrow in Little Falls. The Cheese Festival.
It's cheese. It's cheese in Little Falls.
Great.
Okay. So explain what happens here in this. And you have a nice weekend in terms of weather.
So we basically double in size on Cheese Festival Day. This is year 7. Last year there were 8,000 people here, Bill, from stem to stern in Little Falls. It is. We shut down all of Main Street from City Hall, and we're even extending in a block this year. It starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And if you had any time, there's a solid history of cheese in Little Falls. It starts back in the 1870s, where the national and international market, the prices were set in Little Falls.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Here, and they would put it on the canal, send it down to the city, and then over to Europe. So there's a rich history. The first cheese exhibit was here in the city of Little Falls, so they celebrate it. It's a really cool event, though, especially when it's gorgeous out. They moved this 3 years ago from July. We used to do it on Boilermaker weekend to try to take advantage of having others in the area.
Yeah.
But it's a fall event, so they moved it to October. I'm glad that they did, so you get a beautiful fall day in the valley. And vendors, craft beer, music up and down. It's cool. You should check out the pictures how many people were here last year.
Yeah,
it's a great event.
Really cool. And, cheese is, we have artisanal cheese, which is opened up here in Utica. Cheese is a big deal today with the charcuterie boards and all that stuff. It's all the different kinds that you can enjoy. This weekend kind of celebrates all that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, the list of vendors, it's littlefallscheesefestival.com, but they're from all over the Northeast. Because so many people come, there's sort of a clamoring to get in now. At the beginning, you'd have to do some outreach, but now people are trying to to get here because they just run out of product. So,
all right,
it's fun. You guys should come. Jeff, are you going to come tomorrow?
Easy
what are you gonna do, watch Wagner Syracuse?
No, I definitely won't be. But
what time is that game tomorrow, by the way?
5 p.m.
That's a 5 o'clock game. Okay. All right.
Mayor, I wanted to ask you, what are the odds that the Mets take 2 out of 3 from Atlanta this weekend and then get swept by the Nationals and we somehow still don't win the division? Just curious.
Oh, that's probably likely. I mean, that scenario right there. It's going to be a great series.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I take 2 out of 3. You have to line up your pitching going into that first week of the playoffs. You cannot just be chasing yourself.
Yeah.
Where you've exhausted your bullpen, you've used your number one. It's such a huge benefit to win that division. It's going to be great. Let's get back to who is not coming or who's coming this weekend. Is Christina in North Carolina or is she up
She's still in the Carolinas. Yep.
Okay, so what's that drive? Like 10 hours? That's not bad.
It's not bad, Christine. You could make it.
I could make it. You're right.
Yeah. By the way, Mayor, I'm predicting the Mets take 3 and clinch on Sunday.
Let's do it.
Okay?
Well,
Just saying.
That's the Jameson talking right there. That's the Tito's.
You may be right. It may be possible. I'm just saying. All right, so the Cheese Festival in Little Falls, come out, take advantage of it all. It's a great weekend. Is this both days this weekend?
It's just tomorrow, and it starts early. Well, not really early, but it starts at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And it runs to 5. There's a play in the afternoon. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But check out the website, littlefallscheesefestival.com.
Okay, cool. Mayor Mark Plass, thanks for the time. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Bill. Jeff, thank you.
Later.
See you, Christine.
Good luck this weekend.
Have a great weekend. Cheese Festival in Little Falls tomorrow. And you can get right off the thruway in Little Falls. Pretty simple. Okay, coming up, let's bring him in studio. Rich Francesi. He is a very hilarious comedian, former writer on SNL, and does his own impersonation of Andrew Cuomo. That's not an easy impersonation to do, by the way.
Wait.
Not easy at all. We'll do it coming up in a second. Stand by. 722 at WIBX.
Hi, this is John Calabrese. Is your company looking to hire qualified, dependable employees but unsure of where to look? Let Express Employment Professionals take on the recruitment and hiring process for you. We're a locally owned, full-service staffing firm. We'll help you find your next star employees. Business decisions come down to time and money, and Express can save you both. We take on finding employees for you so you can focus on meeting your business goals. Find us on the web at expressmohawkvalley.com for details on how to get started.
Are you looking for a great job? Stop searching. ECR International is hiring for assemblers and maintenance technicians. You could be working for the company that actually helped kickstart the world-famous Boilermaker Road Race. Both of the positions that we're currently hiring for offer excellent pay with a full benefits package. Instead of waking up every day dreading work, wake up and have a fulfilling job working for a great local company. Work for ECR International. To find out more, just call Express Employment at 315-790-5723.
For the past 25 years, the Good News Center has been committed to building relationships. Better relationships for marriage, better family relationships, and a better relationship with God while promoting self-change. Hi, this is Judy Hauk, Executive Director at the Good News Center. Our programs are designed to support you at your most challenging times. Whether it is marriage difficulties, addiction issues, suffering the loss of a loved one, or caring for someone close, we can offer you support. Or strengthen your faith journey by attending one of our spiritual renewal programs, such as a Bible study or Theology Uncorked. Our support programs are available in person or via Zoom. They are mentored by peers, cost nothing, and are confidential. For more information about all of our programs, visit us at thegoodnewscenter.org or call us at 315-735-6210. The Good News Center, building relationships for over 25 years.
I'm Marima Smagic-Oren, candidate for Oneida County Clerk. The American dream is my American reality. I came to the United States when I was 4 years old, worked hard, and became a citizen the right way. My first home was on Brinkerhoff Ave in Cornhill. My first school was Thomas Jefferson Elementary in North Utica. I graduated from Proctor High School when I was 16. Went to Albany Law School and became a lawyer at 23. I became a lawyer because I knew that as an attorney, I could handle anything that was thrown at me. I know that as county clerk, I can handle anything that's thrown at you. I'll fight for a full-time DMV in Rome. I'll work for a better DMV in Utica. I'll put people over politics. I'll build a better Oneida County Clerk's office. That's why the Friends of Marima Smagic Oren paid for this message. Thank you.
Hey, if you're looking for your next home, a mortgage tailored for your needs, Adirondack Bank. Mortgage options include fixed conventional mortgages, construction, FHA, VA mortgages, second home, vacation home, investment property, camp financing program, and USDA rural housing loans. Call Henry at 315-798-4039, extension 1257 for details on your dream home. It all begins at Adirondack Bank. Whether it's your first home, a refinance, upsizing, downsizing, they have the product that will suit your needs. Their team of professional and dedicated staff can help you choose the product that is right for you, the mortgage that is perfect for your needs. It's a local bank with local decisions. Online, it begins at adkbank.com. Adirondack Bank, member FDIC. Member FDIC.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. And in studio, he is the headlining comedian this weekend at Fat Cats Comedy Club, Rich Francesi. Rich, good morning.
How you doing, guys? How are you?
Good to see you. You made it up here?
Yes, but I don't know if I'm going to make it out of here because I saw this block you're located on.
Yeah.
It looks like a perfect spot for a hit. I thought it was a setup. There's like the old diner that used to be there. There's all these like old construction sites, and I'm going like, am I really going to get out of this thing alive?
It's kind of like a scene from Sopranos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're Italian.
Yes, I am.
And it's Francesi.
Francesi, yes.
I find that a lot of times with depending on where you're from, Italian words like mozzarella, or is it mozzarella?
It's mozzarella.
Mozzarella. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. See, I didn't get it right. I knew I wouldn't get it right.
I didn't know that. Working at Tony's.
Well, and you're going to be, and the comedy club is inside Tony's
That's
Pizzeria.
right. I'm looking forward to it.
Which is awesome.
I hear good things about it.
So tell us about you.
Well, I've been a comedian for 30 years, I guess, and I don't know. I don't like to brag on myself, but I'm unbelievable. You have to come down, and you're going to love the show. I want to see everybody out.
You were also were for quite some time a writer on SNL.
Yes, it was a dream job. It was great there, and but it's over. Now I'm in Utica, so there you go.
That's right. All right.
Can you talk about why you got the axe?
No, I will anyway. Actually, I was working for Colin Quinn, who is a buddy of mine, and it's like an administration when we were doing Update.
Yeah,
I was writing for Update.
Okay.
And when he goes, it's like the whole all the Update guys go. Yeah,
you're a department,
right?
You're out.
Yeah, because you're not going to use the writer who was writing for him. It's a completely different. And that news update changes with whoever's doing it. It becomes a whole different
style.
Yeah.
Different. Some do it goofy. Some do it serious.
Yeah.
Some are more sarcastic. Some it changes.
How was dealing with Lauren Michaels? Did you deal with him at all, or were you just specifically on your team?
No, he was around. Lauren was a good guy. It's like they hear a lot of horror stories about it, but I have to tell you, it's like a real artist colony. They don't clock you. You don't have to be in any time. This and that.
Yeah.
You got your stuff. You write it. And it goes up if it's good. And I like it that way.
Yeah,
he was very cool about things.
Yeah. They do say it's intense. I mean, you're...
Yeah. It's, I think they make it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little more drama.
You know what's intense? You know what I mean? I knew 20 guys in my neighborhood that didn't live to see 30 years old.
Right.
A couple of Harvard guys fighting over a sketch. It's not really that intense to me.
I think that's a very good point.
Yeah.
It's funny how, it's like Cuomo going off into nature and...
he's coming back, huh?
Fixing his motorcycle. Yeah, he's coming
Fixing
back.
a motorcycle. He's not getting any views on the podcast?
I think he has like 9. He does have 9,000, but he should do better than that.
Next episode, show the nipple ring. We'll get some viewers for that. I'd like to see him out in that canoe in his blue blazer.
Oh,
whitewater rafting on the blazer.
That's it. None of this makes any sense. All of what he's trying to paint himself out as, I don't see it, right?
Yeah, he's 24/7. Well, maybe it was 23/6. I think he took a little time out for some other things.
I think he may very well have. So
I think the next one is Christmas casserole with Captain Cuomo. I think that's what he's going to roll out and get the ladies, all the older ladies, back on his side.
Well, what he's not going to be doing is giving dating advice because he is awkward with the ladies.
Well, he's you know what? He's just kind of like an old timer who remembers old ways. I don't really know what he did. You know, like he said to somebody, "Your hair looks nice." It's like, okay, you know,
you're
he doesn't
done.
get it. You can't like put your hand on someone's back. He's just you know.
I like even the one out of Rochester where the woman said he inappropriately kissed me at the wedding. I don't listen. That happens at every. I don't, and it isn't just Italians. It happens. I don't see that as being the thing that would take him down. What he did with the state trooper, maybe not so good.
Oh, right.
But he's almost like the guy that doesn't read social cues.
He does not. He's a guy from his generation.
Yeah.
And he's been in the governor's mansion for a long, long time.
Right.
And, he doesn't get it quite, but it's like. I don't know. What did he really do? Like
I know.
The way the world is,
I know.
They said he's so tall. He's 5'11". My God.
You're right.
What do you do in an NBA game? You must like run. His giant hands, like okay.
Yeah, that's pretty tall for me though. 5'11" is a big
But
guy.
they were making it like he's like
You're right.
Sasquatch
You're
or
right.
something. He's like,
Yes.
oh my God, I was so intimidated.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's a lot of people walking around like
You're
taller
right.
than that.
So you think he got we did reach that point where guys, Kevin Spacey did some pretty bad stuff, supposedly, right? I mean, that's bad. And there are those that have done some pretty bad things, but there are also those guys who just were like, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm done. Who was the comedian, SNL turned senator, U.S. Senator?
Al Franken.
Yeah.
Al Franken. I mean, he quit before he even fought any defense. I don't know that he did. He did what every comedian was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that picture is what took him down.
But what happens is you get into this thing, and there's a certain time period where you're just not going to win.
You're right.
So he just said,
that's it.
the
I'm
hell
done.
with it. That's it. I'm out of here. And, the thing blow over. Now he's coming back,
Yeah. Yeah.
But, there's a point where nobody wants to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They're just like gunning for you, and that's it. Yeah, that's it,
I am surprised that Cuomo stepped down. I didn't see him as someone who would have given up. So, which means we shouldn't be surprised that he's making a comeback.
Yeah, I'm not like a real political guy, but like from what I heard and what I believe is, if he did go to court, they were going to shift it and start talking about the nursing homes. And he didn't want to face that. I think he felt like this wasn't really much.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
Well,
I think you may be right.
The whole, what was the hair compliment? Something about a compliment on the hair? He's like, Biden sniffing the hair. I didn't sniff the hair.
Here, let me feel the hair on your legs. I mean, that was creepy. All right. Listen, you go to and Davey. Why don't we give away a table for 4? What do you think? You want to do that?
Sure, whatever you want to do.
Tonight or tomorrow night, make it caller number 2, 315-736-0186. Fat Cat's Comment. If you missed last weekend and you want to check it out, this is your opportunity. Caller number 2, 315-736-0186. Quick break. Christine updates the news coming up, 7:33. Rich Francesi in studio here with us on WIBX.
Utica Comets, this is Roxanne.
Roxanne, it's almost hockey season. Put on the red light.
What? You just told me not to put on the red light.
No. You gotta put on the red light. Put on the red light. Put on the red light.
Okay, we get it. The season starts October 17th. Can I stop now?
Oh, come on. One more time.
Tickets on sale at uticacomets.com. See you October 17th.
Hello from Old Forge, your Adirondack backyard. The leaves are changing and fall events are happening. Macaulay Mountain Scenic Chairlift is leaf peeping central with views all the way to Lake Placid. The Adirondack Mountain Bike Festival returns to Macaulay October 1st and 2nd. Guided rides on 30 miles of trails from oh boy to uh-oh. Races, clinics, raffles, food, and live music. Come to Macaulay Mountain for fall fun. Details at oldforgeny.com.
WIBX First News with Keeler in the morning news time is 7:35. 37 degrees. We'll have your full forecast coming up in just 2 minutes. Your news is brought to you by Cliff's Local Market. They keep you going. At least a dozen people confirmed dead after Hurricane Ian leaves a path of destruction across Florida. 7 deaths were reported in Charlotte County, in the area where Ian made landfall Wednesday as a dangerous Category 4 hurricane. 2 people were killed on Sanibel Island, where the hurricane destroyed a bridge connecting the island to the mainland. 2 deaths were reported in Sarasota County. 1 person drowned in Volusia County. Details about the victims have not yet been released. President Biden condemning Russia's annexation of territories in eastern Ukraine. At the State Department on Thursday, Biden said the U.S. will never recognize, quote, Russia's claims on Ukraine's sovereign territory. He called Russian referendums in the region an absolute sham, with results manufactured in Moscow. New York plans to follow in California's footsteps by requiring all new vehicles sold in the state to be electric or hybrid by 2035. Governor Kathy Hochul said she had a state environmental agency put together rules adopting California's plan to phase out new gasoline-only car sales. It will be holding a hearing before finalizing the rules. Retired women's soccer legend Abby Wambach is cutting ties with a joint venture backed by NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre. Wambach told NBC News on Thursday she's ending her association with the venture that received millions of dollars in Mississippi welfare funds. The venture involves 2 companies jointly pitching a nasal spray designed to treat concussions. Google shutting down its video game streaming service. The tech company said Thursday that Stadia will come to an end on January 18th, and all purchases will be refunded. Vice President Phil Harrison said in a blog post, since it started in 2019, the gaming app hasn't gained traction with users that they expected. And Hurricane Ian closing in on the South Carolina coast. The National Hurricane Center says Ian's about 145 miles southeast of Charleston with 85-mile-an-hour winds. Your WIBX Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Country Suburban, your premier Lennox dealer. Mostly sunny today with a high near 63 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 45. Mostly cloudy Saturday with a high near 63. Cloudy on Saturday night with a low around 45. We'll update your full 5-day forecast coming up at the top of the hour. Right now, 37 degrees, WIBX 950 AM and 106.9 FM news time is 7:37.
Christine, we're going to do a little free money question of the day. Chance for people to win here. I can do Fat Cats. We could do that as well. 72 Tavern and Grill at the auditorium at the Adirondack Bank Center is back. We have a $25 gift card, and it is your chance to win $106.90.
They want the money, Bill.
They want the dough. What I'm saying is you'll get it all with it. But if you lose the money, you still get the consolation. Does that make any sense?
It does.
I think it does. Dave, you looking for caller number what?
How about 55? But that's the point spread for Syracuse, but we're not going to do
that. Is it the point spread? Wow.
Yeah, that's what I seen.
Oh,
wow.
My word.
Davey. Syracuse plays
Wagner,
yeah. 55
points.
I don't.
These bye games are terrible. I don't know why these teams do it.
I don't understand. I mean, this is a game that should have been played the first weekend of the season, but they don't do it that way now.
I don't think they should even play these games.
You're right.
I don't know what the other team's getting out of it except just getting killed.
Right.
I think they get paid though.
They do. They're bye games. Yeah.
So maybe some money for the program, and but
you're
right. Does that help Syracuse to trounce a team after where they are right now? They've got momentum.
You play games like this. These are games where people can get hurt.
Well, they're serving up the kids from Wagner so Wagner can make money.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. And then Syracuse has a bye week after this, and then they get into a tough schedule. But they could go 5-0 this weekend. 55 points is the spread.
Yeah, that's what I seen.
Okay.
Let's do caller number 4.
All right, thank you.
Why wouldn't we go? If you wanted to go 55, why not just go 5?
Okay.
But you already said 4.
Let's do 4.
You already said
caller 4. We don't need to think this out that much. Caller 4, 315-736-0186. Chance to win $106.90 from the Hubaika Law Firm. Caller number 4, I have a great question. It's something we've talked about here this morning. There you go. Cordelia's in Rome. Hello, Cordelia. Good morning.
Good morning to you all, and I'm glad to see that you're all happy and you got your The comedy club back in gear. And
Everybody's smiling. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
What I'm calling about is the Culture Center. You wondered about the hours that it's open.
Yes. So the Irish Culture Center, I was there for dinner last night, and it's really, really good.
Okay. I'm a member of the Lady Hibernians.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and so on Wednesday, it's open from 11:30 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
And then on Thursday through Saturday, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
And on Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Very nice. And that's for dinner, drinks, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I got to say, that is one of the most beautiful bars you're going to see anywhere. All of that was shipped in from Ireland.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Pieced it together
the
here.
The only thing I've ever saw close to is when I lived in Colorado. I went to in Denver. They have a bar there, and I kind of forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
But anyways, all their stuff is from England. So,
Oh, okay. They did the same type of thing.
Yeah, but it's got that overseas culture to it.
Yeah. Yep. Very cool.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's just beautiful over what we have. And I keep telling people, go down and see it. Well, I haven't taken time.
You got to check it out.
Time.
Yeah. I mean, we find the same thing with the comedy club, right? Is you got to, I want to, sometimes you got to do it. You got to do it and try it out, and you'll be very pleasantly surprised.
I was very impressed with the comedy club. I went once last year.
You did. You had a blast, Cordelia. I remember that.
Yes, I did.
Even in the artisanal cheese commercial that I do, it's written right in there. Don't just think about doing it. Just go do it. Check it out. Check out one of their toasted cheese sandwiches or grilled cheese, whatever you call it.
My boyfriend and I were talking about that, and we are going to go over to Hemstraw to see all about that.
Beautiful. All right, Cordelia, you have a wonderful weekend.
And I have one more thing.
Okay.
What are they doing about the change of time? Did they ever win that we won't change the time, or what's going on with that?
It'll be, I think it'll be, what's the date, Christine? I just was reading that this morning.
It's second weekend of November.
Yeah, it's right up around Halloween, somewhere in that, after Halloween.
Yeah,
they're going to do the old change, huh?
They are going to do it, yeah. And that's okay. It means at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun starts to go down.
I think I'm going to have to ponder that at Daylight Donuts.
All right, that's a good idea. Chuck will hold court. You can debate that over there anytime. All right. Thank you, Cordelia. Thank you.
The date is November 6th. Sunday, November 6th.
Put it on your calendar. 2 a.m.
All
right. Thank you, Cordelia.
And I think that Cordelia might be the most connected person we know. She's got more influence than anyone else.
She absolutely does. I love Cordelia. Andrea Heath, pretty connected. Utica Zoo. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. You guys are back open today.
We are. We're open after I guess last Sunday was our first day of being closed. So we're back open. Hopefully it's a gorgeous day. Come on to the Utica Zoo.
All right. And so all of that inspection process was done. You guys passed with flying colors, and here you go.
We really did pass with flying colors, and boy, the staff gets all the credit for that. We went over and above a lot of the recommendations that the inspector made when she came on Tuesday, the 20th of September, and she was really happy. But, you know, the big news isn't so much that we were opened or closed or the timeline of getting the license done.
Yeah.
The big news is it's a 3-year license, and the inspection's really kind of helpful because they talk to us about things like humidity and temperature and trying to control that, make sure it's always optimal for the animals, and different things about diet, et cetera. So we learn a lot during the inspection. We're better for it, and that's all the good news.
I'll be honest with you. I think those animals, Andrea, are doing better than we are. I mean, I'm just saying. Pretty humid in my house.
I mean, we try not to, put human emotion on animals or about animals. That's kind of the science. But I'll tell you, the Utica Zoo animals are loved. Our staff cares 110%.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Back open today and through the weekend.
Thank you. Yes,
right.
And thanks for giving us such great, both sides of the issue coverage. We really appreciate it.
All right, Andrea. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Thank you. That's a big deal. Also, Michael, on the governor, I can see in my mind our beloved ex-governor merrily rowing his boat beneath the the Mario Cuomo Bridge. Imagine that. Look down there. It's Andrew Cuomo on his canoe. I just can't see it. Quick break. Come back. Joe, I've got you next. Take a shot at winning Hobica's free money. $106.90 on the line. Stand by. We'll come right back.
Are you getting a high return on your money in the bank? If not, then bring it over to GPO Federal Credit Union. At GPO, our savings rates are high because we're a credit union and our interest is in our members. You'll fall in love with our rates, 2.40% APY for a 5-year term share certificate, or keep your money liquid with GPO's money market share savings at 0.70% APY. Start building your savings today. GPO has savings products for all generations, from kids' cash savings for youth to retirement accounts for your future. Stop on in to any GPO branch and open your high-interest savings account today to start earning a higher return on your money. CD $1,000 minimum deposit. Money market $2,000 minimum deposit. NCUA insured. Penalty for early withdrawal on term share certificates. Membership eligibility required. Rate subject to change at any time. See branch or gpofcu.com for full details.
This is Harry G., the heat pump expert from Country Suburban. When your state planning to eliminate fossil fuels, heat pumps are the wave of the future. Heat pumps can save you up to 30% or more on your heating and cooling bills. Right now, you can receive up to $20,000 in heat pump incentives. Call 315-735-5300 for free estimate.
How do you make the most of your land? If you ask the Wrens, who run with us on a John Deere mower, they tell you,
I mow first, then I do all the trimming.
But the Hubbards, who work behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, would say,
if it's something you want, just go after it and try it.
Then there's the Mosers, who may mention from the seat of their John Deere Gator UTV,
you can't be all work and not play.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com. Nothing runs like a Deere.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
All right, 747. Joe is in Utica on line 3. And Joe, good morning.
Good morning.
You ready to take a shot here at our free money question of the day? It's from the Hobica Law Firm. Joseph and Andrew Hobica, 315-724-1600. This we actually talked about. Jeff actually dug into it, and this is your question. Are you ready?
Yes.
We mentioned there was a tornado that touched down in upstate New York last Sunday, and it was a 1 on the EF scale. In measuring a tornado, they use what is called the EF scale. What does EF stand for? Ready? Go. This is a tough one, unless you heard Jeff talk about it. Well, what was that answer? It is the enhanced Fujita scale. Remember that from the Godzilla movies, I think. I could be wrong. The enhanced Fujita scale. Christine, you're usually the normalizer and all of this stuff. You have no clue either.
I didn't.
And that scale is not, I believe it only goes back to like 2007. But when you hear them say EF1 or EF4, EF5, by the way, an EF5 tornado winds over 300 miles an hour. Whoa. That's pretty impressive. Listen, Joe, we're going to give you, I'll give you tickets this weekend to Fat Cats Comedy Club and Rich Francesi headlining this weekend. Also, from the 72 Tavern and Grill at the Adirondack Bank Center, we'll give you a $25 gift card. Davey's going to hook you up. Stand by, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Joe. Thanks so much. Joe is in Utica. Davey, take care of him. And I'll take one more call, and then we'll talk to Rich. Kathy is in Rome. Hello, Kathy. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody. Well, I had to call, Bill.
What happened? What's going on?
Congratulations.
Thank you. For what?
For your win last night,
Oh, you mean the Dolphins' loss last night?
Oh, yeah. That's not a win.
Listen, I called it yesterday. I said, what did I say yesterday was going to happen? Come on, I'm just saying. Now, your husband is a big Dolphins fan, right?
Yes, he's watched the Dolphins ever since the beginning when they became undefeated.
Wow, way back then.
1972.
Hey, thank you, Christine. Hey, Kathy. Did you see that hit that he took last night?
No, I didn't. I
Oh,
listened
my
to it
God.
on the radio. Comes in handy having the radio.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You
So
know,
I
because
enjoy
otherwise
it that way, but
you got to have Amazon. Yeah.
I don't know if my Michigan State Spartans will win or not this weekend, but my Cardinals, they've got their win so far. So
All right.
we got something to be happy about.
All right, Kathy. Well, give my regards to your husband. My apologies, okay?
I will.
All right. Thank
Take
you so
care, Bill.
much.
Bye-bye.
The next question is going to be with the Bills going in all beat up. I wonder how they'll do this weekend. Bills playing at 1 o'clock again on Sunday. So that hit. Can we talk just a little bit about that last night? Did you see it?
I did not.
Oh, my God. It's playing all over the TV this morning. And how would you describe it, Jeff? He took another hit on the back of the head, but this time it almost seemed like he was having a seizure.
Oh, yeah. Boy. So you've seen guys get knocked out in fighting, boxing, even in football.
I've never seen this before.
Arms lock up.
Yeah, some guys throw punches after they're knocked
Yeah,
out.
Really?
It's crazy.
Yeah. I've never seen this before. His arms locked. He got and then his fingers locked as well. It's not funny, but
his thumbs. No. It almost was like he lost complete control. And his fingers kind of did this sort of thing. I mean, it was just unbelievable.
If you didn't know better, you'd be like, why is he throwing gang signs up like that? I mean, literally, they were mangled and crunched together.
Wow.
You
Look
see
at
that?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Awful.
So that's the second weekend in a row where he took a bad hit.
The first time he never should have gone back in.
I can't believe he went back in.
Yep. Crazy.
So what we're trying to surmise a little bit, like I'm almost thinking that first of all, the players always want to go back in.
Yes.
But if the medical team that goes out there is going to kind of, I almost feel like it's so high stakes that you're trying to hide the injury from the TV so that you can get them back. You can get them back out there.
Yeah, it's you know what, these guys they have longer careers. They shouldn't do this, man. I mean, after seeing what's going on with CTE, they really should say, hey, so we'll lose this game. That's it.
Yeah, I
There's
completely
worse things
agree.
in life,
Just terrible.
Yep.
So what do they say about his injury last night? They take him off in a stretcher. Yeah. People are like scared to death over what they just saw, and now they're saying he's okay, right?
Well, they always do that. Sorry.
Yeah, they said conscious and movement in all extremities, but I can't imagine he's playing next weekend, and he shouldn't be playing for a few weekends. That's another thing they do in MMA and boxing. You take a serious concussion, and they know it, and they examine you after the fight. But they'll make guys stay out of the gym for 3 months before you can even go back and train because they feel like your body needs a rest. And even if you're not getting punched in the head, you are bouncing and bobbling around, and your brain's bouncing all over.
Yeah,
I don't get it. But 2 weeks in a row, that cannot be good.
Good.
Rich Francesi is headlining this weekend at Fat Cats Comedy Club. He's in the studio here this morning. So you, especially early on in your career, you're a big guy.
Yeah, I was till my wife destroyed me. Yes.
You don't look like a typical comedian when you come out onto the stage.
No, that was like part of the thing. It was, you know what? It worked to my advantage for certain roles. I'd play like goons and this and that all the time, but I did it.
Yeah.
And then it hurt me sometimes because people go like, oh, you can't be a man on the street. I go, why not? I'm a man. I've been on the street. It's like, yeah, but you don't look like a comedian. It's like, okay. But I built an act around it.
Yeah, you did.
In a way. Now I feel like a bit of a trailblazer because now you can be big, and people go, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can be anything today. Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. I used to audition at the comic strip in New York City when I first started. And he wouldn't use me, and he said, you're too big to be a comedian.
Really?
And yes, all this kind of crazy stuff. And then he said, don't come back. I'm not going to pass you. I don't know. And I went back anyway because I don't really listen.
Yeah.
And then the next time he passed me, he goes, you know why I passed you? I go, why? He goes, well, I saw this movie, and Gerard Depardieu was in it, and he was a big guy, and he was a star. So I figured, I guess you couldn't be on TV. And that's how, things happen. It's
crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, and that's a true story. That's how it happened.
And then you really built your act kind of around that. That was a part of your act when you come out. It'd be like, you look more like a hit man than you do a.
Yeah. Now I look like the victim of a hit. But you know what? I had my run.
Yeah, you had your run, and now you're in Utica.
I love Utica.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try that food. Food is good there, I hear.
So
The
it
club
is,
great.
and there are a lot of different types of Italian food up here, like chicken riggies.
Don't know what that is.
It's a big dish up here, and it was created back in the early 80s, and it's like a staple. And so now Rachel Ray makes it, and it's kind of getting a little bit famous. Tomato pie is a big thing up here, which is really like a bakery pizza.
People get mad. I worked once in Trenton, and this guy kept saying, "It's not a pizza; it's a tomato pie."
Yeah.
So I had to call it a pizza like 20 times.
Yeah, that'll get him going.
But there is a serious difference, though. Obviously, I mean, you can throw the tomato pie in the oven, but it's not. It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it fresh where it's hot, where you've had it, it's still hot.
Mm-hmm.
But at Tony's, they make an old world style tomato pie.
Okay, good.
Which is you have to try that, which is really good. It has more of a chunky tomato on it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the cuisine where I'm staying though, on that street over there where the hotel is.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we got McDonald's.
Yeah.
We got Denny's, Wendy's, Dunkin' Donuts. My cholesterol went up 200 points just driving down the block.
We're like, very cultural over
Yeah, it's like a comedian's dream, that block. That's what we eat. That's like, wow, I could say I live here.
Yeah, I mean, you're within walking distance of all of those places.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that is big here is greens. And how would you describe greens?
So
It's
if you're big with greens, escarole,
escarole.
right? And then they dress it up with a little bit of prosciutto. Is that what they use?
Yeah.
And then breadcrumbs, a little bit of what's the hot pepper?
Cherry
peppers.
Cherry peppers and breadcrumbs and Pecorino Romano cheese. And then it's basically either cooked in a pan or you could bake it as well. But it's more, and it turns into more of almost a casserole, but with the greens base, and it's really, really good, and many times pretty spicy.
I love it.
That's another dish that's pretty. While you'll find versions of it around, it's kind of a staple here. So some unique Italian food up here.
Check it out. I like the way this conversation is going.
You'll put on some pounds.
That's just what I need.
Let me break. We'll come back. And next hour, coming in, we're going to have Mayor Jackie Izzo. I actually saw her as well last night. The Irish Cultural Center was the place to be last night in Utica. At 7:57. It's First News Keeler in the morning on WIBX.
Montessori Preschool at Notre Dame Elementary School was voted #1 in the Observer Dispatch's Best of the Best. Enrollment for this year is still open, so apply now to reserve a place for your child. Montessori at Notre Dame Elementary School is for children 3 to 5 years old and follows the educational principles of Maria Montessori. Our teachers and assistants work one-on-one and in small group instruction to help children develop their potential in an engaging environment, inspiring creativity, better self-discipline, and self-correction and assessment. At Montessori at Notre Dame Elementary School, language, art, science, math, and geography are all part of the curriculum. In Montessori classrooms, children make creative choices in their learning, while the classroom teachers offer age-appropriate activities to guide the process and help children become lifelong learners. Enrollment is still open, so apply now. For more information, call 315-724-5118, extension 35, or visit NotreDameUtica.org. That's NotreDameUtica.org.
All the talk, all the time.
The people of this country need to educate right now.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM.
Truck crash? Choose William Matar, the largest motor vehicle accident firm in the state. After a crash, an investigation may need to be started immediately. So call now. When you visit WilliamMatar.com, you'll see that motor vehicle accidents are what we do. Truck crash? Call William Matar. 315-444-4444, South State Street, Syracuse. 315-444-4444.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton. Here at Hilton Estate and Elder Law, we take the term planning seriously. Estate planning is meant to take the stress out of life's uncertainties, such as illness, disability, and death. Traditional planning is critically important, but some situations require special consideration. For instance, if you're a parent with young children, in a blended family, or in an unmarried relationship, you face unique legal challenges. At Hilton Estate and Elder Law, we can help navigate those challenges. And while planning ahead is very important, if you have a loved one that's currently in a nursing home or extended care facility, it's not too late to act to protect assets against those expenses. Call us today to find out how to use strategies to protect your assets. My team and I can help you sort through any of these legal issues. I'm Rob Hilton, inviting you to call Hilton Estate and Elder Law for a free consultation.
Hilton, you know the name, they know the law. Hilton Estate and Elder Law.
From the Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Road, W295DI Utica Road, your news, talk, and sports leader, the Town Square Media Station.
First Cuba, then Florida. South Carolina's next. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Hurricane Ian will make a third landfall today.
Charleston can have some flooding just from a high tide. So you add that 4 to 7 foot storm surge, and we could see some significant flooding.
As Fox's Doug Luzader in Charleston, but Ian is not a Category 4 like it was when it battered Florida. It's a Cat 1 with 85-mile-an-hour winds as the rescues continue in southwest Florida, where more bodies could be found as crews clear roads, going home to home looking for victims. At least 10 people confirmed dead so far.
We are in a total blackout. There is no power. Cell phone activity here is very minimal and sketchy at best. Here's another house here, just clearly, just completely wrecked, as was the person's pickup truck. It's just wreckage and wreckage and wreckage.
Fox's Phil Keating on badly damaged St. Carlos Island, but he says another area got it worse.
Fort Myers Beach is essentially wiped off the map. It's a gorgeous beach. Practically every structure is either decimated or severely damaged.
More than 2 million homes and businesses remain out of power in Florida. A Trump victory in court related to the special master the former president wanted to do an independent review of the classified and other material the FBI seized from his Florida home to root out privileged documents. The judge who appointed that master ruled against him, deciding that Trump's lawyers do not, as the master had ordered, have to give a sworn declaration about whether or not they can test the FBI's summary of what was taken. Russia plans to sign treaties today to annex 4 regions of Ukraine where people voted to join Russia after its troops took control.
The so-called referenda was a sham, an absolute sham. The results were manufactured in Moscow.
So President Biden says the U.S. will not recognize those areas as Russian. As Russian attacks on Ukraine continue today, a bombardment, at least 25 people killed. America's listening to Fox News.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Are you worried about your financial future as retirement gets closer? All over the country, soon-to-be retirees are fearing for their financial future as markets remain volatile. Bishop Gold Group helps you invest in gold and gold IRAs to protect your wealth and retirement during times of high inflation and wild swings in the market. Secure your future today. Contact Bishop Gold Group by dialing pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
Good morning, WIBX First News with Keeler in the morning. News time is 8:03. 37 degrees, fair skies. We'll have your full forecast coming up in just 2 minutes. Your news is brought to you by Country Suburban, your premier Lennox dealer. An Oneida County man faces multiple charges following a traffic stop. Police say they stopped 29-year-old Howard R. Smith of Rome yesterday. They say when they stopped him, they allegedly found cocaine and a stolen gun in the car. He's now facing multiple charges. A Central New York woman who was released from the hospital was immediately arrested after she was released for allegedly causing the accident that put her into the hospital in the first place. Police say 38-year-old Heather J. Wills of Syracuse allegedly caused the September 12th crash in Van Buren that resulted in the hospitalization of 2 others, including a 15-year-old. They are receiving counseling. The driver of a third car involved in the accident was not hurt. Utica Zoo reopening today. They passed their latest inspection from the USDA. We spoke with the zoo's Andrea Heath this morning. You can find that full story at WIBX950.com. Herkimer County Community College will hold an open house on Saturday, October 22nd from 10 a.m. until noon. Anyone interested in applying to the school can attend. Registration is recommended. Walk-ins are permitted. State police arresting a now former Solvay bank employee whom they say took thousands of dollars from a customer's accounts, Troopers say 35-year-old Anthony Walker allegedly stole $14,000 from the customer during 16 transactions made between April and June. The customer reported the missing funds to police earlier this month. Walker was fired from the bank in July. The mayor of Syracuse announcing the candidate he will be supporting in the ongoing race for New York governor. Syracuse Mayor Ben Walsh, an independent, has endorsed Democrat and incumbent Governor Kathy Hochul. When asked, he said she's the best person for the job because she's always delivered for Syracuse when asked for help. He said Hochul's office praised Walsh for being an effective and reliable partner. The governor is being challenged by Republican and Long Island Congressman Lee Zeldin. Your WIBX Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit them today at clintontractor.net. Patchy frost this morning, mostly sunny today with a high near 63 degrees, mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 45. More clouds on Saturday, the high 63, mostly cloudy Saturday night with a low around 45 degrees. Mostly sunny on Sunday, the high near 63. We'll have some more areas of frost Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low around 35. Monday, we'll wake up to some more frost. Otherwise, sunny skies, the high on Monday near 61 degrees. Partly cloudy Monday night with a low around 36. Your temperature is brought to you by Cliff's Local Market. They keep you going. 37 degrees right now. WIBX 950 AM and 106.9 FM news time is 8:06. Here's Jeff Manaski with sports.
All right, thank you, Christine. Thursday night football last night, brought to you by Tri-County Heating and Air.
Be careful with the Sunday night football stuff. It'd be Monday morning now.
Tri-County Heating and Air Conditioning is our sponsor, and of course, you can get these games here on the radio. If you're not an Amazon person, you can't watch the games. So WIBX 950, your home for Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night football. So Burrow throws 2 touchdown passes to lead the Bengals past the Dolphins 27-15. The bigger story, though, was the injury to Tua Tagovailoa. One of the ugliest concussion situations I've ever seen on the field. I mean, they took, he was laid out on the middle of the field there. They took a commercial break, came back for about a minute and a half, took another commercial break, came back. He was still laying on the middle of the field.
Well, they didn't want to, at this point, they didn't want to move him.
Yeah.
I mean, one move could have, if there was a serious, it could have paralyzed him.
Also this weekend, your Bills in Baltimore to take on the Ravens. The Bills are 2-1. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff.
I see this as a very important game for obviously, for Buffalo. But how do they react to what happened last week? And what kind of Bills team is going to be on the field in terms of health? They had 11 starters out last week. A third-string center was playing by halftime during that game last week.
So the Bills, as I mentioned, taking on Baltimore. And I also want to know, how do they contain Lamar Jackson? You got to be looking for that, too, because he's unbelievable. The Giants are taking on the Bears on Sunday, 1 o'clock. The Jets will visit the Steelers. And quarterback Zach Wilson expected to start under center. College football this weekend, Syracuse hosts Wagner for their homecoming. That's tomorrow at 5. Utica hosting Hartwick for their homecoming at 1 p.m. at Gaetano Stadium tomorrow. Colgate is hosting Cornell. Is that their homecoming too? Oh, no? Okay. I thought everybody had a homecoming that weekend. Mets, Braves this weekend. 6 games left for both teams. They play 3 more against each other this weekend. Atlanta throwing Max Fried tonight, and we are throwing Jacob DeGrom.
DeGrom, who's had an off performance the 2 times ago, and the last time he got rocked. Which Jacob DeGrom do we see tonight?
Well, I hope he got it out of his system.
Let's hope so.
And after slugging 61, Aaron Judge and the Yankees are back in the Bronx tonight to start a series against Baltimore.
And, of course, the Yankees have the luxury of that's all they need to worry about, right? Is Judge going to get because they've clinched, right? Mets, on the other hand, may be playing right up until this Nationals series might determine who wins the division. Who knows? It's 8:08. I'm on a break. We'll come back because they're not ready for me. Coming right back at WIBX.
I'm Marima Smagic-Oren, candidate for Oneida County Clerk. I'm running for 2 reasons. The first, background. I'm an independent businesswoman, a real estate broker. But most important, I'm a lawyer. The same lawyer who took the greedy absentee owners of the Obelson Apartments to court and won. The second reason, backbone. I'm the only candidate willing to confront Tony Picenti and the county legislature. I'm the only candidate willing to fight for a full-time, fully staffed Rome DMV. And I'm the only candidate willing to fight for a faster, more customer-friendly Utica DMV. The John E. Creedon Police Benevolent Association, Utica's Men and Women in Blue, back me because I'm experienced. The Nonpartisan Reform Party endorsed me because I'm independent. And the state's largest healthcare workers union gave me their support because I'm qualified. The Friends of Marimas Magic Oran paid for this message because they know I believe in people, not politicians. Please remember, Marima, background and backbone. Thank you.
A clean, healthy home is more important than ever. We all want to live in a safe environment, free from allergens and harmful bacteria. And at ABC ChemDry, that's what we provide our customers every day. Our green certified cleaning solution, The Natural, uses hot carbonation to safely remove up to 98% of allergens from carpet and upholstery. With our patented cleaning process, we can also remove more than 98% of bacteria from tile, stone, grout, and granite countertops. And if you have pets, our pet urine removal treatment called PERT can eliminate more than 99% of pet urine odors and bacteria. We guarantee we'll get the stains out too. And an ABC ChemDry cleaning can even reduce airborne bacteria in your home by up to 89%. Now that's clean. Protect your family. Trust ABC ChemDry, your healthy home authority. Call us at 315-738-1111 or visit abcchemcleaners.com.
Hello from Old Forge, your Adirondack backyard. The leaves are changing and fall events are happening. Macaulay Mountain Scenic Chairlift is leaf peeping central with views all the way to Lake Placid. The Adirondack Mountain Bike Festival returns to Macaulay October 1st and 2nd. Guided rides on 30 miles of trails from oh boy to uh-oh. Races, clinics, raffles, food, and live music. Come to Macaulay Mountain for fall fun. Details at oldforgeny.com.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Biana's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, weekends should be relaxing, and that's what Hemstron's Bakery and Artisanal Premium Cheese have in mind when creating what they call the Weekender. Jeff, you had the Weekender.
Yes, I did. It's delicious.
It's all this Utica stuff packed in to one container, and then adding some unbelievable artisan cheeses. Cured meats, breads, pastries, half moons available in sizes perfect for just you and a friend, a family, or even a large gathering. Order online at artisanalcheese.com for in-store pickup, or you can have it shipped to you. Weekends should never be stressful, so make artisanal premium cheese at Hemstron's a must-stop using their Weekender. 900 Oswego Street, Utica, open 7 days a week.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
You get the cheese too, and the crustinis that they got.
Those things are addicting. They are addictive and addicting. All right, hey Davey, you got to get my screen up here. I don't know who's on what line. What the hell's going on here? I am completely confused. Rich Francesi, good morning.
How you doing, guys?
Comedian this weekend at Fat Cats Comedy Club.
Yes, it's going to be a great time. I want everybody to come down.
And hold on, nothing is working. Okay, just tell me who's on line 1, and I'll do it that way. Vic is on 2. I'll take Vic first. Hello, Vic. How are you? Good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning, Bill. Thank you.
Vic, by the way, is the commander of the New Hartford American Legion, and you guys have a big day tomorrow planned for the people of Ukraine.
We do. We're going to have a Ukraine fundraiser from 11 to 6 tomorrow. All donations will go towards the trauma combat kits and assist Ukrainians with medical rehabilitation.
Okay.
There's going to be a silent auction for quilt baskets. We'll serve some food, pierogies, kielbasa, kapusta, hot dogs, and hamburgers. So it'll be a good time. We're going to have some entertainment.
Nice. What's
it should be very good, and hopefully we can raise some money for this great cause.
That's awesome. What is the time tomorrow, Vic?
11 to 6 tomorrow.
Okay, 11 till 6 o'clock tomorrow.
New Hartford.
Check it out.
Yes, and that'll be good for takeout, or if they want to eat in, they can dine in also.
Okay, cool. All right, Vic, good stuff. Thanks for doing it.
Okay, thank you.
You have a great day.
Have a good day.
That's at the New Hartford American Legion tomorrow. I want to chat for a second here with Alicia Brockway. And good morning, Alicia. How are you?
Well, good morning, Bill. I'm doing well, thank you.
So the Genesis Group, NBT Bank, have announced their small business assistance program. So explain what this is, because it could certainly help out small businesses right now.
Absolutely. So this program will provide grants to support the area small businesses and not-profit organizations. And it's with fewer than 50 employees in the Mohawk Valley region. And the applications can be submitted online, thegenesisgroup.org. But, really our focus here is the smaller businesses. The grants will range from $5,000 to $1,000. There will be one $1,000 grant and 8 $500 grants. Along with this, we have participating sponsors, which includes Town Square Media, thank you, Hummel's Office Plus, and Bondar Tech. We have, in the last couple of years, the small businesses have really struggled, as we know. And even though the grants may sound small, they're not.
Right.
Because from, the small businesses, you got to look at this impact. This could make a big impact or a small impact for them, which will get them to the next level.
Yep.
So for example, they may need like an iPad just to kind of get them through, to give them to truck drivers to make it more efficient. We want to be able to be there to be able to support them, to help them.
All right. What do they go to the Genesis website to sign up?
That is correct. The genesisgroup.org under grants program.
And the grants they range from what, $500 to $1,000?
That is correct.
Okay. Again, Genesis Group's website. Check it out. Anything you want to add, Jeff?
Thegenesisgroup.org.
Okay, cool. Okay, Alicia, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Bill.
Have a great day.
You too.
I do think a lot of these small businesses have, money was flowing around like crazy, and then all of a sudden that just stopped. And I'm not sure businesses completely come back. For some it has, but not for everybody.
A couple quick comments via the WIBX 950 app. Ed says he thinks Bill is correct on the Cisco thing.
Yeah, Cisco is a supply. They do what Casa Imports does on the Italian side, right? Is they supply with they're a supplier of restaurants with a product. Sodexo, I think, is the company that operates the
Sodexo, right?
Yeah, Sodexo.
Lance and Lee says, as bad as Cuomo...
Sodexo is a completely different company. I don't even know what that is.
I like the way you said product, like it was something else.
Well, it could be anything. Sometimes it could be bad stuff,
Lance and Lee, as bad as Cuomo may be, I would still vote for him if it were a three-way race this year. The two other options are horrible. I think he'd still have a shot at winning this year, too.
You want to take that one, Rich? Do you have any opinion? I know you're not political, but do you have any opinion? You're not political, but you look like Cuomo. I just going to throw it out there. You have a little bit of a...
I will be groping people after the show at Fat Cats in the lobby with my giant hands. So come down. I think he's going to win. I think he'll be back.
I do, too. I think he's probably right. Yeah. I mean...
He's got that blazer ready, man. Don't worry about it. He might have picked out a new one.
You know what? It's he might have picked out a new one. You know what? Because the old one wasn't supposed to get wet, and it got wet while he was in the canoe.
Let's hope it was just a canoe. Oh, I'm sorry. Forget about it.
I have to say that the one thing that's missing, like when you see DeSantis, Florida's governor, I mean, when something happens and he's out, he has a commanding presence. Now, you can hate Cuomo, you can love Cuomo, but when something happened, Cuomo was there. He had an appearance. He was, he was sending people to Puerto Rico to help after they were hit with their hurricane or whatever. He had a commanding presence. Right. She does not have that.
But you have to listen to him, too, because he has those crazy eyes.
It does.
When he says something, he makes those eyes. You're
those
like, oh, God,
eyes.
this guy's going to kill me. I better listen to him.
You have to. You have to. And I don't think you don't have that right now. She certainly doesn't have the eyes. So, and then Lee Zeldin.
He's picking up steam, right? From what I think.
One poll has him picking up steam.
Trafalgar Group, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
They
the
had
only poll out of like 10. There's a recent poll that just came out now, has her up by 17 points.
Yeah, Christine, you just had that in the news yesterday.
Right, the Siena College research poll. So she was up by 17, now she's up by 14.
Either way, I don't know, I just I don't think he doesn't have that I mean, he makes Pataki look dynamic, and Pataki was never thought to be a dynamic character, right? I don't know.
No, he was not.
Yeah, interesting stuff. I'll break it back here. It's 8:20. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll get Mayor Jackie Izzo in here. They just released their budget. There's a ton to talk about. Good things happening out there in Rome. It's pretty impressive. 8:21 at WIBX.
The world's largest box lacrosse tournament, the Laxni, is coming to Utica's Adirondack Bank Center September 29th through October 2nd. Cheer on 28 adult teams made up of some of the best box lacrosse players in the world, both pro and current NCAA players. Come support the Utica Yeti, your hometown team. Day and weekend passes are available at the door. $40 for all weekend passes and $15 for the day. The Laxni is coming to the Adirondack Bank Center. Don't miss it.
I'm Mary Finnegan, and I'm running for Oneida County Clerk. I'm the youngest of 7, and we still live locally. My dad was a World War II veteran, and my 95-year-old mom remains the backbone of our family. As a single mom working 2 jobs, I decided to run for public office and kept the job of town clerk in Whitestown for the last 17 years. Now I want to take that experience and serve the people of Oneida County. In Whitestown, I pushed to modernize the town offices and submitted and won a grant that brought our records department into the 21st century. All of this, and we still kept the public's information safe. If you elect me clerk, I'll do the same for Oneida County. I also understand the importance of customer service, working well with others, and recognizing people's strengths. If elected, the DMV will be my top priority. Designated lines, DMV navigators, and good old-fashioned customer service is where I'll begin on day 1. If you need a county clerk who can hit the ground running on day 1, then I am the right person for the job. I'm Mary Finnegan, and I would so appreciate your vote this November for Oneida County Clerk, paid for by the Friends of Mary Finnegan.
Hi, this is John Calabrese. Is your company looking to hire qualified, dependable employees but unsure of where to look? Let Express Employment Professionals take on the recruitment and hiring process for you. We're a locally owned, full-service staffing firm. We'll help you find your next star employees. Business decisions come down to time and money, and Express can save you both. We take on finding employees for you so you can focus on meeting your business goals. Find us on the web at expressmohawkvalley.com for details on how to get started. Are you looking for a great job? Stop searching. ECR International is hiring for assemblers and maintenance technicians. You could be working for the company that actually helped kickstart the world-famous Boilermaker Road Race. Both of the positions that we're currently hiring for offer excellent pay with a full benefits package. Instead of waking up every day dreading work, wake up and have a fulfilling job working for a great local company. Work for ECR International. To find out more, just call Express Employment at 315-790-5723.
William Mattar, for the win. Insurance companies make more money by paying you less. You've been seriously injured in a car crash, so why should you settle for less money than you deserve? At William Mattar, we've handled thousands of serious injury claims. There are short time deadlines, so call now. Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar, 315-444-4444. Main Street, Williamsville, South State Street, Syracuse.
Hey, Adirondack Home Furniture now carries, Smith Brothers Furniture. Smith Brothers have been creating customized living room furniture since 1925 and is known for its high-quality, solid-built, top-of-the-line pieces. Made in the USA, craftsmanship, It's a solid, dependable brand which provides innovative furniture design with every piece. Smith Brothers is a leader in the furniture industry with their award-winning line of upholstered furniture, and you can find it at Adirondack Home Furniture in the Riverside Center. They'd love to have you come in and check out their incredible lineup of Smith Brothers furniture, the leader in the furniture industry. Adirondack Home Furniture, Riverside Center, North Utica, or you can go online, AdirondackHomeFurniture.com. Create the home of your dreams with Smith Brothers and Adirondack Home Furniture. Call 315-738-7817.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Bill is, I believe, in New Hartford. Hello, William. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, Bill. I heard something the other day that I didn't know, and most people probably don't know about Roger Maris.
Okay.
The year he beat Babe Ruth's record, right? Back in,
yeah.
61?
Yep. 1961.
Anyway,
61 in 61.
There was a game that season ended in a tie, so they had to play another game, and so they actually played 163 games. And the 163rd game was the game that he hit that home run to beat the record. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had it.
I guess I didn't know that.
Is that right? Something to think about.
So it was an extra game that he.
Because they had a game during the season, they ended in a tie. Nobody won, so they had to play that game over, so somebody win or lose.
So what was it, like a rain out that was tied?
I'm not sure on that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it until.
I got to tell you something, Bill, and you're old enough to know this. My mother was just talking about this. My parents are big Yankees fans.
Yeah.
And they watch the Yankees every night. But when they were in school, think about this, how the world has completely changed. Baseball was a sport that was always played in the daytime. There were no night games.
Yeah, the World Series was in the afternoon, and the teacher would let you listen to the game on the radio.
Yeah.
And the World Series games.
And my parents were my mother was telling me about how when the World Series would happen, if you did your work correctly or whatever you had to do, they'd let you get down to the auditorium, and they had on the stage of the auditorium a TV that was in black and white, kind of small, and the kids would sit and watch they'd watch the game during the afternoon, the World Series. Pretty cool.
But Bill, what day the World Series is going to start this year?
I have no idea. I don't know. What do you?
It's like a week before
Well,
Halloween.
and it's all messed up now this year because they're they've added teams. There's no break in between.
It's going to definitely go into November. It starts on October 28th. That means it's got to go into November.
We'll definitely go into November.
Which is ridiculous. I hate to see these cold weather.
I know, especially if the games are, if the Mets and Yankees end up being hanging around for all of this, you're talking about some cold weather. There's no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Bill.
So Rich Francesi, yes, first.
Just, I see it here as 162 games, but he did hit home run 61 on October 1st of 1961.
Wow.
Right, October 1st, you got 10-1. I see here that they were 109 and 53, excuse me, which is 162. I did see someplace else that they were 109, 53, and 1. But this page is telling me it was in game 162 that he hit the home run. And that October 1st game was the last regular season game of the season that year. Regular season.
Rich, we're talking about these games were all afternoon games.
Me and my friends used to be out. We would be playing baseball, and we'd have a transistor radio.
Yeah.
And we'd be listening to the game. I remember the Twins, I think, were playing the Dodgers or something, and remember listening in the field, like, intently. It was pretty crazy. Now with these night games, it's nuts. And also, these cold weather games, they don't really represent what they did the whole year because the games aren't played in cold weather.
Right.
It has to be different hitting in cold weather.
It has to be. I mean, there are some games in the springtime where it's pretty darn chilly.
Yeah.
But you're right. And then you take, you get out and play in Miami or something in the middle of July. Holy crap.
And, pitchers, too, they allow them to, under a certain degree, temperature-wise, they can blow on their hands. I'm
Right,
sure guys
yeah.
some
You
spit
can go to
on
the
there,
mouth,
but the
yeah.
grip, the grip is an issue. But you're right. It's really baseball's a summer game, and the championships decided as it's 38 degrees.
Well, and you see that in football as well. I mean, certain things like I mean, when you're such a professional, or you're in baseball, you're throwing a ball the way you throw a ball.
Yeah.
The temperature has to play a role because things expand and contract based on temperature.
Well, when you're hitting,
Yeah.
especially like a wood bat,
Yeah.
you're gonna, you're gonna.
You
it's gonna be
remember
different.
like playing football and it would be cold and that ball was so freaking hard. I mean, it would
sting your hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
But I remember going to games with my father, and now you can't take kids there; it's so expensive. My father's main thing was like, by the seventh inning, we had to be sneak down and get on the rail. That was it.
Yeah.
It's like, that was the whole point of the game. Not watching. It was like, we're starting up here, and then we're gonna get down.
Get down there.
We're gonna move down. They go, don't watch the game. Watch that seat. Watch
Yeah.
see if those people leave over there.
How did you become not a Yankees fan? Because you started out as a Yankees fan.
When Chris Chambliss hit the home run and they went into the playoffs, and every single person suddenly became a Yankee fan and wasn't a real Yankee fan. Me and a friend of mine just started rooting for the Mets for a goof to get people mad and to argue with them.
Yeah.
And then eventually I started watching them, and it took.
And it happened.
But
yeah.
I was a Mickey Mantle fan and the whole
Yeah.
thing, and the Yankees and the bad years in the 60s and everything.
Yeah.
And then I just started watching the Mets. You know what? If you start watching a team long enough,
Yeah, you become.
you start to get involved with them.
Mary Izzo, you just grab that weird looking boom. Be careful, that'll knock you right over. What are you? Are you a you got to be a Yankees fan.
No, I'm actually a Mets fan.
You are a Mets fan.
Love it.
This is fun to watch right now, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
And frustrating.
Yes, it's exciting, but the pitching is great right now.
It is. It really is. Now, I hope. I don't know. DeGrom, the last two games, I'm a little nervous.
Well, but the hitting's coming around.
It is,
So,
yeah.
But I do follow the Yankees too, who couldn't follow Judge right now.
I know. Yeah, that was fun
what
to
an
watch.
extraordinary season he's having.
Yeah. So this weekend, the Mets have going this weekend. So you have DeGrom, Scherzer, and Bassett. And Bassett is the one who's really been under the radar. If you really look at what he's done this year, solid pitching.
He's a tenacious guy, man.
Yeah.
He gives a great outing every time.
And how about the one we can talk about is Diaz.
Boy,
the horns, love it.
What a turnaround that has been.
What he has done for the trumpet, my God.
Nobody even remember what their instrument was. Now everybody's all over it.
Yeah.
Mike is in Schuyler. Hello, Michael. Good morning.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Yes. What I wanted to say was I was listening to the guy talking about with the games.
Yeah.
Actually, what it was that was the first year there was 162 games because it used to be a shorter season. I think in the year that Maris broke that record, the one that Babe Ruth had, they just increased the games to 162 that year.
Used to be 154.
Yeah. No. So he didn't. He tied Babe Ruth's within that 154, right? Judge?
Right, and then what he did was he had that 61st home run on the last day of the season, on that last game of the regular season, and it just went up. That's why they always had the asterisk in the beginning because, there was more games.
Yeah. Well, they had no idea what they were going to be dealing with back then. I mean, with the steroids and everything else. Talk about having an asterisk.
And you remember who announced that home run? When Maris
was it
said
Vince?
that?
I think it was Vince Scully, wasn't it?
No.
Who did?
It was Phil Rizzuto, because if you listen to that old clip, you don't hear him say, "Holy cow!" That was Phil Rizzuto announced that home run.
Well, I'll tell you what. I just saw this. They played it. They played it on the Yes Network the other day. The guy who maybe it was a newscast, but he said, "And there it goes, 61. Maris has 60." I mean, but it was the flattest. You know, Sterling's falling out of his chair. Oh my God!
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Right?
It's like, shut up.
And they show Maris hit the ball, and he goes, "And there it goes. Maris hits 61." And that was it. There was no, they came out.
That
of
was
the duck.
life back then.
I guess so.
It was, but you're listening on a transistor radio.
Yes,
The power of radio at that point.
Yeah,
I mean, I really think it still has that. Although we're live streaming here, we're digital, we're everything today. But that radio was a companion.
And I tell you, when I was younger, what I used to do when I watched the games, I had more time. I watched a lot more games. Hey, you listen on the TV, they're not just into it as much. So a lot of times what I would do is I'd play it on the TV, I'd shut the volume off, and then play the radio and just listen to the radio and watch the thing. It's more entertaining that way.
I used to do that. In '86, I loved Bob Murphy, and I would play the radio and turn down the TV.
Before delays, you could do that.
Yeah, I know you
They'd
can't
be in
now.
sync.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Everything is all messed up now.
I was a Ralph Kiner fan.
Oh, love Ralph
Kiner. Yeah.
He always would mess things up.
You would
he had
never.
these crazy stories all the time.
Wasn't it Ralph Kiner? I forgot how it went. It was like, and it is going back, way, and caught by who was the shortstop at the time. It was an infield pop-up, and I don't know. It might have been the cocktail for him. I'm not sure what it was.
They said he'd occasionally enjoy him.
Yeah.
When I say occasionally, every inning.
He had some life, that guy, though.
He did. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
And the Isaiah Kiner Falefa, the IKF the Yankees have is a Kiner tie-in to Ralph Kiner. Not son, but like a cousin or nephew,
relative.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, Michael. Thanks, man. Enjoy the weekend.
You too. Have a great weekend, guys.
All right.
The weird thing about that game, the Maris game, it wasn't sold out.
It wasn't sold out.
There was a lot of empty seats.
Really?
It's very strange.
Yeah.
But, now it would have been hyped.
Right, yeah. And, they're all playing afternoons, and it was a different dynamic in New York at the time because, if you go back even earlier than that, you had the Dodgers were there. I mean, it was a completely different. There's still old Dodgers fans today that are Dodgers fans from New York because the Dodgers were in New York.
And they're still mad.
Yeah, and they're still mad over it. So,
just to put a bow on this, 61 was the first year they expanded the schedule to 162. But that year, according to Baseball Reference, the Yankees went 109, 53 and 1, which is 163 games. Thank you. And actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. That capped 4 consecutive years where the Yankees had a tie on the schedule. When did ties go away in baseball? I never knew that was a thing.
I didn't either. Yeah.
Me neither.
We're going to break. We'll come back, speak with the mayor, Mayor Jackie Izzo, in after a very big night out last night. I got to tell you, give you credit. You're out on the road this morning. I mean, I was leaving. You were still there. I mean,
right, but I didn't stay too much longer there, Bill.
It is an awesome. I mean, they have done an amazing job on that place, haven't they?
Well, I actually was
talking about the Irish Cultural Center.
Yes, I was actually at the beer garden at the Matt Brewery.
And that is beautiful.
Yes.
If you like beer, Rich. Oh, you don't, right? You're not a drinker at all. Yeah. Okay, then I won't even tell you about it.
Yeah, it was a really nice atmosphere. But MACNY, the Manufacturers Association of Central New York, had a cybersecurity summit all day at Griffiths at Innavari.
Okay.
And then they did their closing reception at the beer garden. So we were over there, and then, of course, we were hungry. And we looked around and said, well, wait, we're pretty close to the Irish Cultural Center. Let's go to the pub.
Yeah.
And I was anxious to do that because I hadn't seen the center yet.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, isn't Pat Costello there?
Yeah.
He interrupts his dinner, takes me on a tour of the facility.
I saw
Beautiful
that,
facility. Yeah. They did a really nice job, and they've got an anniversary coming up, I think in a couple months. So it was really nice to be there, and a lot going on in there.
Oh, there is a lot going on.
Mayor Blask was there.
Band and Mayor, so Costello was really excited. He's like, we have the Valley represented, we have Rome represented, and then the Eastern Valley with the mayor of Little Falls. So the mayors were in the house last night.
And so it worked out, and but I was so happy to see that they survived during the pandemic because really they just opened.
Right.
And it'd be tough. Really
just
tough.
open and it had to be shut right down. The place is built. They actually brought in all of the wood that is this really just beautiful artwork with wood craftsmanship. Mm-hmm. The bar, the walls, everything was all brought in from Ireland. It's really
they do great work.
They do amazing work. So we'll come back and chat with the mayor, Rich Francesi, in studio as well. Davey, let's do another. I'll let you handle this. Caller 1 and 2. We'll give tickets for the weekend. Let them pick their show. Fat Cats Comedy Club this weekend. Shows tonight, tomorrow night, and go to fatcatscomedyclub.com.
They're going to be hot shows, I'll tell you that.
For,
you come down.
For details. Rich Francesi will be headlining this weekend.
I'm Oneida County Sheriff Rob Mashel. Out of Touch Albany passed bail reform despite almost every sheriff in the state opposing it, including myself. This makes us less safe. Corrections officers are in danger because of the HALT Act, and now new gun restrictions have sadly targeted law-abiding citizens. I will continue to fight these unsafe, unpractical, and even unconstitutional laws. I will also continue to help keep our community safe. Our children are safer in schools because nearly every school district in Oneida County has a trained member of the Sheriff's Office on duty. In Utica and other municipalities, our deputies stand with police to assist them because of an increase in crime. The men and women of the Oneida County Sheriff's Office are making a positive difference. I'm Rob Mashel, and law enforcement is my family. Your safety and their safety matters to me. This November, please vote for me to continue as your Oneida County Sheriff, paid for by the Friends of Rob Mashel.
Once again, the Good News Center is proud to present the annual Flags for Heroes, honoring active military, veterans, and first responders. Hi, this is Judy Hauk, Executive Director of the Good News Center. We are proud to present our 8th annual Flags for Heroes, with all proceeds benefiting Citron's military program. Here's Jackie Warmoth, Vice President of Citron's Clinical Development.
Our veterans are struggling and they need to be listened to. And when you listen to them, a lot of times they have the answers, and you just need to help them get to their next goals.
Sponsor your flag today and be a part of this beautiful tribute displaying 1,000 American flags along Utica's Memorial Parkway, November 2nd through the 13th. Honor your hero for their courage, sacrifice, and dedication to our country. Take time to walk the field of flags and be a part of the ceremony on November 5th at 3:30 at the Parkway Center. Call us today at 315-735-6210 or log on to thegoodnewscenter.org. 315-735-6210 or log on to thegoodnewscenter.org.
A clean, healthy home is more important than ever. We all want to live in a safe environment, free from allergens and harmful bacteria. And at ABC ChemDry, that's what we provide our customers every day. Our green certified cleaning solution, The Natural, uses hot carbonation to safely remove up to 98% of allergens from carpet and upholstery. With our patented cleaning process, we can also remove more than 98% of bacteria from tile, stone, grout, and granite countertops. And if you have pets, our pet urine removal treatment called PERT can eliminate more than 99% of pet urine odors and bacteria. We guarantee we'll get the stains out too. And an ABC ChemDry cleaning can even reduce airborne bacteria in your home by up to 89%. Now that's clean. Protect your family. Trust ABC ChemDry, your healthy home authority. Call us at 315-738-1111 or visit abcchemcleaners.com.
I'm Marimus Magic Oren, candidate for Oneida County Clerk. The American dream is my American reality. I came to the United States when I was 4 years old, worked hard, and became a citizen the right way. My first home was on Brinkerhoff Ave in Cornhill. My first school was Thomas Jefferson Elementary in North Utica. I graduated from Proctor High School when I was 16, went to Albany Law School, and became a lawyer at 23. I became a lawyer because I knew that as an attorney, I could handle anything that was thrown at me. I know that as county clerk, I can handle anything that's thrown at you. I'll fight for a full-time DMV in Rome. I'll work for a better DMV in Utica. I'll put people over politics. I'll build a better Oneida County Clerk's office. That's why the Friends of Marimus Magic Oren paid for this message. Thank you.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
Hey, New York Sash is kicking off their bathroom makeover sale, where you can get 20% off your dream bath remodeling project. The New York Sash installers can give your bathroom a whole new look just in one day. No mess, no maintenance, no worries with the New York Sash warranty, and 20% off during the bathroom makeover sale. New York Sash's tub and shower products never mold or mildew, making it easy to clean and maintain, won't chip, scratch, or peel. New York Sash also has a complete line of colors, patterns, and accessibility products that can be customized to any bathroom or budget. Go to their website, newyorksash.com, or you can visit their design center on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro, 20% off during their bathroom makeover sale. Mayor Jackie Izzo in studio, also Rich Francesi, who's the headlining comedian this weekend at Fat Cats Comedy Club. And Mayor, you just put out your budget, right?
Yes, we did.
All right. So what are you looking at here?
Well, the bottom line is 6 year in a row we're not raising taxes, holding the line stable on water, sewer, and refuse fees as well. Budget's up a little bit, which it will be. Keeping pace with salary and wages and benefits. But our budget's sales tax is up as well. Our assessed value's up. We also offset a lot of that increase with grants. We've got a lot of projects happening.
Yeah.
So,
you do have a lot of stuff going on.
We do.
In Rome.
We have a lot going on. Next year, 2 of the bigger projects will be the demolition of the Fort Stanwix parking garage, make way for a surface parking lot, and the renovation of City Hall, which is way, way overdue.
Yeah, that's something that I'm not sure people realize. When was City Hall built?
City Hall opened in 1978.
Okay.
So it's been there almost 50 years.
Yeah.
And we need to fortify it for the next 50. And parts of it are just literally falling in.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing, and that's 2 DRI projects. So our DRI is actually rolling out just exactly as we had planned it. Lots going on. Copper City Lofts looks beautiful so far. That will be opening next year. The artist-style apartments downtown. We have a lot happening around Griffiths, doing a lot of infrastructure projects next year. Phase 3 of the water expansion will get off the ground. And as part of that expansion, we will also be running the water main to supply water to the town of Verona. We will be replacing the water system completely in the Woodhaven housing development area, as well as the sewer system. We're helping with sewer system replacement up in Delta Luxury, where Buck Construction is now building townhomes.
Wow.
So we have a lot of residential home building happening as well as commercial development. So
yeah,
lots going on, and everyone is thrilled because the Starbucks is under construction and all boxed in. They're moving quickly.
Man, that Starbucks is unbelievable. Like, right? I mean, people go crazy over it.
They do. So.
And it's hard to order because I am just too confused. There's way too many things. The macchiato,
macchiato?
Add a little shot of this, and some of these people come up with these concoctions on the web online that are like hidden. They're supposedly hidden, and if you tell them what it is, they know what it is.
The secret menu.
The secret menu.
Yeah. So
that's crazy crap.
They estimate 115 cars an hour. In the drive-through.
That's unbelievable.
I was going to say, you spend more time in the drive-through than it does for them to, create a new Starbucks. They build them quicker than it takes you to get through because you need an explanation.
Yeah.
And speaking of explanation, what is Delta Luxury? I'm not familiar with that.
So Buck Construction started in 2015 building apartments, market rate apartments. He proposed 64 units. He finished those off last year, so we've got 64 beautiful buildings there. And now he's expanding to townhomes. And so as part of the Delta Luxury Complex, he is building townhomes at the moment. I think they will be ready for occupancy next year as well. So, and that's something missing in our housing market. We don't have that housing type, too much of it. So we're really thrilled that he's going in that direction.
And then just the listing of all the different things that have been, we were talking about this recently about how if you look at the number of projects since you've started, I mean, the list is very, very long.
You exhausted me with that list. I don't know how you do it.
And she did. That's off the top of her head, right?
Yeah, and all these projects. My God, I don't know. Like, I would
we
be
didn't even talk about what happens at Griffiths.
I would be like, I have to
city.
sleep after the first one, and then I'll get back to you. Wow. That is a lot of stuff going on.
Well, we're going to do a $2 million project on Erie Boulevard next year from James Street to Madison Street. Totally rehabilitate that and improve the pedestrian connection between Dominic Street and Freedom Plaza and back so you can get over safely because Freedom Plaza is growing.
Right.
I think there will be some announcements there soon that people will be happy with.
Well, that is a lot.
And Rich, so I mean, you're obviously upstate and you're a New York City guy. Right. But Rome has a great deal of incredible history, including as modern. So 9/11, when the airways were shut down, I'll let the mayor explain it. When the airways were shut down, everything went through, which is now called
Eastern
the
Air
Eastern
Defense
Air
Sector.
Defense. right out of Griffiths in Rome.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is a dual command with Canada. So we have a Canadian detachment here of 15 people, and they watch all the northeastern skies.
Wow.
All the east coast in Canada. And while 9/11 was happening, they were actually scrambling the jets.
Wow. Wow, unbelievable. You know I'm just a comedian, right?
Sure.
Okay. So I may not grasp all of this. But if you tell me about the Late Show somewhere, I might get that one.
And he
It's
wrote.
like
Go ahead, Christine.
No, I was going to say it's like he's worried she's going to name him like Secretary of the City of
No,
Rome or something.
I'm going to take the job, and I'm going to do it at a much slower pace than she's doing it.
There won't be as many projects.
No, there will not
probably
be.
Not. No.
Well, we'll have a lot of fun along the way.
They will.
There
You
you
know,
go.
he wrote for Colin Quinn on SNL during the Weekend Update.
Yes.
Oh, that's
which
exciting.
Is a pretty cool gig for 2 years.
Sure.
It was great.
Yeah.
A great gig. We had our Bill Clinton scandal. That was anytime we needed a laugh.
You
which was
had
a
a
Bill
laugh
Clinton
then.
joke with the thumbs up the picture.
Yeah.
Big laugh.
It always worked. All right, I'm going to wrap up here. Stand by. A quick break. We'll come back. 8:50 Friday morning, heading into the weekend at WIBX.
The world's largest box lacrosse tournament, the Laxni, is coming to Utica's Adirondack Bank Center September 29th through October 2nd. Cheer on 28 adult teams made up of some of the best box lacrosse players in the world, both pro and current NCAA players. Come support the Utica Yeti, your hometown team. Day and weekend passes are available at the door. $40 for all weekend passes and $15 for the day. The Laxni is coming to the Adirondack Bank Center. Don't miss it.
Hello from Old Forge, your Adirondack backyard. The leaves are changing and fall events are happening. Macaulay Mountain Scenic Chairlift is leaf peeping central with views all the way to Lake Placid. The Adirondack Mountain Bike Festival returns to Macaulay October 1st and 2nd. Guided rides on 30 miles of trails from oh boy to uh-oh. Races, clinics, raffles, food, and live music. Come to Macaulay Mountain for fall fun. Details at oldforgeny.com.
For the past 25 years, the Good News Center has been committed to building relationships. Better relationships for marriage, better family relationships, and a better relationship with God while promoting self-change. Hi, this is Judy Hauk, Executive Director at the Good News Center. Our programs are designed to support you at your most challenging times. Whether it is marriage difficulties, addiction issues, suffering the loss of a loved one, or caring for someone close, we can offer you support. Or strengthen your faith journey by attending one of our spiritual renewal programs, such as a Bible study or Theology Uncorked. Our support programs are available in person or via Zoom. They are mentored by peers, cost nothing, and are confidential. For more information about all of our programs, visit us at thegoodnewscenter.org or call us at 315-735-6210. The Good News Center, building relationships for over 25 years.
Fred F. Collis & Sons, heating, cooling, and insulation. Been in business for more than 85 years, and nobody does it like Collis. You may be in the same situation that we're in at our house. Old furnace, not efficient anymore. It's broken down a couple different times, and we're to the point where we are probably looking at a replacement. And you think about whether it's insulation that you're doing to upgrade your home or a replacement of your system, how much that makes a difference at a time when we're expecting heating bills to go sky high this winter. So you want to be buttoned up perfectly to make for the most efficient situation for your heating this winter. Avoid cold floors and drafty rooms. Don't make that heating system work harder than it needs to, and if you need a replacement, now's the time. There are many grants and rebates that are out there right now, and Collis can direct you and set it all up for you. It's a big deal. It's Fred F. Collis and Sons. You know they're always on call 24/7. Highly recommend Collis. Fred F. Collis and Sons, heating, cooling, and insulation in Yorkville, Rome, and now in Syracuse.
WIBX 950 and 106.9 FM. This is Keeler.
And if I can, one more, the official coffee of this radio program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. And Chuck makes sure that drive-thru is, we want to talk about a drive-thru. I don't care how many cars are in there, it's moving every single morning. You're in, you're out, and you're on your way to work. Get a box of coffee and take it to work. Fresh bagels, fresh donuts every day. It's Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Anything else you want to add there, Mayor? Any questions for us? I mean, we're always asking you. Maybe you should be asking us questions here.
Well, Bill, I'm just anxious for you on your overseas trip, that when you return.
We haven't talked about that yet, so you're breaking the news.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Next Thursday, Friday, I'll be out of town. Yeah, I plan to. I'm going over to get COVID and bring it home. And once again.
Well, we're hoping that does not happen this time around.
I'm not sure if I'd rather have COVID. We've done a lot of traveling in the last year and a half. It's almost like we saved up everything. You couldn't go anywhere. So I'm like, okay, or my wife is like, we're traveling. So I brought the dreaded sickness back from Mexico. I'm not sure if I'd rather have COVID or that.
Wow.
I almost feel like COVID is a better choice.
I think that traveling might not be good for your system.
It isn't good. It is not good for me. Apparently, it is not good for me. Rich Franchise, any questions for the mayor? I mean, I realize she rattled off quite a list of items here.
I just don't know how she does it. I don't know how many hours you have in your day. Mine has 24. I don't know how you fit all that in.
Let me tell you, we have tremendous employees. They are fantastic, and they're enthusiastic, and they work just as hard.
They better be with that schedule.
Well, they do. Yeah. They work just as hard, and they're such a huge part. No one does anything alone, and a lot of the credit goes to them. I mean, they really go above and beyond, and every department.
I'm working hard this weekend, 45 minutes at a pop. And I want these people to come down, because I'm telling you, if you miss the show, you're going to be sorry. So I want to see you there this weekend. Get down there.
Davey, I'll do another. We'll end this morning with tickets for top. So table for four. Take caller number 2 if you want. 315-736-0186. Shows tonight and tomorrow night. Mary, what did you have to eat last night when you were at the Irish Cultural Center?
I had the meatloaf.
I had the meatloaf as well. That was really
very good. Yes.
There were a few more carbs in there than I probably should have.
You're not kidding.
It was
obviously, I did not
rich.
eat all. I had to bring some of that home.
Yeah.
It was really something. But
I brought some home. No, I didn't. I ate it all. I shouldn't have, but I did. But it was really, really good. So.
It was.
All right, Merrick, great job. And the budget is out.
So yes, the budget is out. The council will review the budget over the next month, and then they have until the end of the month to pass it, end of October. And I think at some point I'll come back and talk about police and bail reform, because that's a huge issue that just doesn't seem to go away.
It doesn't, and I've talked about this all week long. We have an attorney now. I've got him coming on Tuesday, who's claiming that the bail reform is really made up by the media, and this whole problem with bail reform is not real. When you look at the numbers, they are. He claims. Don't argue with me. He claims that the numbers are very similar to prior to. But when I talk to people like you or the sheriff, or state police, or the DA, or Senator Griffo, they all come back and say the numbers are skewed because the numbers don't exist anymore. That's why.
Well, I think what the attorney might not be realizing is many of the crimes that used to be a felony have been reclassified to a misdemeanor. We cannot hold anybody on a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
So these burglaries and people being attacked, stealing cell phones, purses, whatever, those people are out before the ink is even dry on the paperwork.
You're basically getting an appearance ticket.
It's all an appearance ticket.
Yeah.
And so what it makes it seem as though law enforcement isn't doing their job. They are doing their job. In fact, these people are being re-arrested 3 and 4 times before anything really substantive can happen. And it's all the same people.
Right.
So I think that's what people are missing about bail reform. Okay, the cash bail is one thing, but this reclassification from a felony to a misdemeanor and then to an appearance ticket has created havoc, because the perpetrators know they have all the rights. There are no consequences for the crimes. Shoplifting. Many of the stores now, they're not even calling for shoplifting because they know they're going to spend more money trying to prosecute to a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
It's really sad, but we need to do something about this, and the only way you can do that is you've got to contact the governor and tell her that you want change.
Yeah, and maybe after this election, she'll pay attention.
I hope so.
It's crazy.
I think you should run for governor.
Oh, please. I thought you liked me.
I do. You're very sharp. I like the way you speak. It's just very impressive.
Mayor, thank you. We'll do this again. Rich Francesi, thank you.
Thank you, guys. It was a lot of fun. Once again, I want everyone to come down. I'm not kidding. I'll come looking for you if you don't come down there. I'm just telling you that right now.
He's serious. And you're going to try all the Utica Italian food. I'm going to be very interested to get your take on it. So
I will try it. To me, the Food Network's like a porno channel, so believe me, I'm going to be in there checking this out.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, listen, there's a ton going on this weekend. Cheese Festival in Little Falls. That's what the mayor was talking about down there, so check that out as well. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe, and we're back Monday morning.
From the Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield Studio, WIBX 950 Utica Road, W295DI Utica Road, your news, talk, and sports leader, Town Square Media Station.
Hurricane Ian isn't done yet. I'm Matt Napolitano, Fox News. The Carolinas and Georgia now on alert as Ian has re-strengthened to a Category 1 hurricane.
Winds at 85 miles an hour, so a fairly strong Category 1 hurricane at that. Pressure remaining virtually the same, continuing to lift to the north now at 9 miles an hour. So a little bit of a turn there, now heading directly north where before it was heading north-northeast.
Fox meteorologist Adam Klotz, there's a danger of life-threatening storm surge from Ian through today along the coast of northeastern Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. In Florida, they're surveying the damage that was left behind by Ian.
The president approved a major disaster declaration, including emergency protective measures and debris removal, as well as assistance to individuals. We're now up to 13 counties. We'll continue to add on those counties over time.
FEMA Associate Administrator Ann Bink today on Fox Business. At least 10 people are dead as recovery efforts are underway across the Sunshine State, the Southwest coast, bearing the brunt with significant flooding. Rescue efforts continuing at this hour.
Some people still cannot access their home in many areas across Orlando and in the Kissimmee area, especially for places near rivers, streams, ponds. They were very vulnerable to flooding. On the other hand, people were impacted. We were with the Kissimmee Fire Department as over 100 people were rescued, some by airboat.
Fox Weather's Brandy Campbell in Orlando. Russia welcoming parts of Ukraine to the country. President Vladimir Putin speaking during a Kremlin ceremony to start the process of absorbing parts of Ukraine. That's after annexation referendums in those regions that the U.S. and many Western allies have deemed a sham. Putin calling on Kyiv to immediately stop military actions during this ceremony and return to the negotiating table. America's listening to Fox News.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Federal Reserve recent announcements is putting the country on course for a deep recession. That means wild swings in the markets and high inflation will continue to put your retirement savings at risk. Protect the money you worked so hard to save for retirement by investing in gold. Let Bishop Gold Group show you how tangible gold investments can help secure your future. Dial pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM and 106.9 FM. News time is 9:03, 42 degrees. We'll have your full forecast coming up in just 2 minutes. Your news is brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit them today at clintontractor.net. An Oneida County man now facing multiple charges following a traffic stop. Rome police say they stopped 29-year-old Howard R. Smith of Rome yesterday for a vehicle